I don't know if it's a reflection or if it's from the pizza.
Da 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 da.
Jordan over there putting a hurt on it.
I think it's a reflection from your necklace.
She's shining too hard. That's what it is.
Shining, 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 yeah, shining, yeah.
That's good. That's good. No,
Da, da,
Hold
da,
up.
da, da.
Shut up. Slow me down. Wee.
just let me know what.
Wee, wee.
Listen,
Listen, bro, you missed it all earlier.
Oh, you missed it. They sung the whole.
The whole
I am in the
soundtrack.
background. I went my way. I went my way.
Everybody had their part.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to, you know.
Harmonizing.
I jumped into that. Is such a colorful blanket.
I love it. It looks cozy.
Give me one moment.
Javon not sleeping. First of all, don't hit me.
Don't
Second of all, the bottle is from me. I don't know if you think I'm Yao Ming or something.
You tried to jump that?
Tried to jump what?
Oh man.
The puddle is this. The puddle is this big.
Where is the
No, it's not. I guess outside where she parked.
Why?
I went my way.
Crazy.
It's okay. Muddy puddles. Like
Ready,
Peppa
dog?
Pig.
I know it.
Like Peppa Pig.
You being nice?
Huh?
You being nice? After you talk shit on me?
I wasn't.
Do I get headphones?
That was all propaganda.
So like sitting right here and shit. Bro. I feel like I'm not a part of the.
The zeitgeist.
It's on you. It's on you. It's on you. Let me out.
Let's go.
Rob.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Man.
I'm sorry.
There was some sibling shit going on for real over here. Y'all think it's a game. These niggas is brother and sister.
I didn't think you did. It ain't gonna. It ain't. It.
Give me a
I
high
think
five.
We're so black.
It'll fit.
Wait, dynamite.
So scoot over a little bit, AP.
Let's
D
go.
Rob, you set me up, bro. It's crazy.
We are live. Hey. Everybody, we are in the building, man. What an amazing night to be here. Tuesday night. It is election night.
Oh my god.
So much stuff is going on. So much drama in the LBC. Yo, it is crazy, man. Thank you guys for being with us. If you are with us, man, we are about to have a good time, man. We are about to talk business as usual, but this time it's politics, so it's going to be all the same colorful people in the building, and we are about to start the show. Oh my goodness. Let's just go ahead. Colorful is crazy a little bit. So we're going to start it off, man. We're going to go ahead and interview. We're gonna introduce the cast, and then we have an amazing person in the building that we're gonna introduce, man, and we're gonna get some political analysis from a really great, amazing local representative. But first, we gotta get the crew out the way.
Okay.
The king is in the building, holding court as usual. King Bogus, the monarch.
Niner.
Please.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next to him, the baddest mofo in Timber Lugs.
I'm gonna knock your ass out.
And hear her prison blues.
You know what?
Bell block B? Crazy.
I should have stayed home.
It's AP Amari Practice in the building.
Your favorite inmate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
And right next to her, that guy. Got a lot of aliases. He might be on the run. You don't know. First he was Rob the Regular.
What?
Now he has graduated to Corduroy Rob in the building. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up.
Did I miss
I can't believe it.
He got more nicknames than Shady Vance.
Round in the corner, man. It is her, the newbie in the building. How you doing? It is Jordy C in the building. What's going on, Jordan? What's going on? What's going on?
It's Jordy C. I still need to go get an X-ray.
Hey, yo.
Next to her is Sip the Poet. Y'all give it up for that Spitfire guy.
I can't believe it.
Yo.
Poet. Oh my goodness.
What is this voice, Bogus?
That's the crowd.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
The crowd's going crazy. It's not even me. I don't even know what you're talking about. Everybody trying to play.
And then Hermithy Her is in the building.
That sounds like a slur.
That sounds like that's how the female Eddie Murphy laugh.
Hermithy Her.
It's Kel Denise in the
Did she-
building.
No. Did Hermithy Her sounds like somebody that came from a swamp. Fresh out of the swamp. It's the Hermithy Her.
I want to strike kids or something.
Hermithy Her.
Lord have mercy.
Crazy.
It's KD in the building. It's crazy.
Miss KD in the building.
Crazy.
And now, an amazing elected official is going to be in the building tonight, man. I followed this gentleman, his political thoughts, his community aspirations, just an amazing human being. He's held many seats, and I'm going to let him talk about those seats. Just somebody who I feel like when I want to have a political light in the local arena, because it's so easy to get caught up in politics writ large. This guy really keeps his eyes on what Savannah's going on. I want you guys to show y'all love in the room, everywhere in the world, man. It is Jay Jones. Thank you, sir, for being here with us.
Thanks for being here.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me turn off this thing, audience.
What happened to the crowd? They just
Yeah.
Normally it'd be halfway through the show, you know, and their hands be bleeding, and we'd be like, "Jive, let them go.
Turn off the sign,
There's
please.
children." God.
I'm tired of digging, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad.
Keep them clapping.
Oh, God.
And coming to the stage.
So, man, we have a great opportunity to really talk about what's going on in the community. If you can see my hand, I
did it.
Oh, wow.
And believe it.
Wait
and
a
believe
minute.
it.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Crazy, right?
So much violence.
No, yeah.
Y'all knew what it
I did say there was drama in the
one.
LBC.
Why are y'all surprised?
It's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G.
That's wild out here.
But I somehow, some way.
I saw it happen too. I ain't gonna snitch though.
That's right.
See,
That's crazy.
I'm too close. So
You understand the predicament you in.
You can't let him slide with that. I seen.
see, Rob trying to get me murdered out here. And you're like,
So tonight is election night, and it has been a very just tumultuous electoral season, man. So much is going on. We went from having Joe Biden as running as the incumbent to
is VP taking over?
his VP taking over, his senility coming into question.
These are great words you're using.
You know, I
They're
ain't.
humongous.
Senility.
Humongous.
I'm going through my
Humongous
mental
is
dictionary. My
Bigger
name.
than senility.
Yeah,
Right,
it is.
okay.
It is. It has more letters in it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure of it.
Just making sure.
Bogus?
Yeah.
I was just giving you props. You used a big word.
Just let me know when you need me to.
Yeah.
All right.
Eye contact.
So
Okay.
They in the fucking
how
prime.
did-
I
I'll
was
never
waiting for
forgive you
to
niggas
notice.
for this.
I was waiting for you.
I be telling y'all it's a right triangle, nigga. Like, and I'm at the corner. It's like all the energy. You know what? Y'all got it.
You ain't in the middle.
Y'all got it.
So how did
Crazy word.
anybody take offense to the fact that Kamala was pretty much given the
Position to
the position to run without actually having to go through the nominee process. Like, so, like, did anybody notice that? Like, did anybody notice, like, they were just...
I think she was surprised or down.
Well, I was kind of like confused as to why it didn't happen earlier, but I kind of saw
That
it
part.
coming because everybody was like, "Oh, Joe Biden kind of can't run no more."
Exactly.
I think people seen that when he got in there.
Yeah, people were just like,
People
"Oh
seen
yeah,
that in 2020.
So
Yeah.
we're just gonna like let him pretend to run, like you pretend to let a kid play a video game with you,
Right.
and then they,
Give him
Here's the
Giving
controller.
and then they actually
It's
let the
off,
person
but here you
play.
go.
Ain't even charged.
Listen.
Forget it being off. It ain't even charged up.
I'm
It been sitting in the corner for 4 weeks.
gonna say this, man. Joe Biden was a stopgap,
Yeah,
That was
it
it.
was a
but
breathing
nobody stepped up in between that time. So then it was like, after that debate he had with Donald Trump, where he had a sore throat. I don't know why they didn't give this nigga a cough drop. That was his. Yes. Oh, and by the way,
They were showing his age.
first of all, and
They
then
tried to play him like they played.
come on, bro. Like I was
You gotta slow it
1,000,
down. You're going too fast.
bruh.
You wasn't going that fast.
Yeah, it was
These
rough.
guys were talking about golf.
But the other
What
thing,
about that?
but the other thing is like the other, like even like bro, Donald Trump's like what, a year behind him?
Donald Trump is 78.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he
Yeah, he
and,
owned the shit too.
and he
don't
be up
act
there
like it.
rambling and shit
Yeah, that's
too.
the only reason why
But he's
passed.
78 in business, where the other one's 78 in politics.
Is he really in business?
In
78
real
in
life.
politics
In
is
body.
harder.
In real
than
life. Oh, no,
in
that's
age. I want
In
that
real
up.
Well,
It's
the,
a big difference between
the
them
type of
78.
business that
Someone
nigga
was
been doing.
really-
I ain't
That's
questioning
the thing,
that,
though.
brother.
The
Yeah.
type
He was
of
really
business
out
he
here
was
in the
doing,
streets.
he wasn't putting in that much work. He had middlemen doing it.
That's
So
what I'm
he was
saying.
No, I'm
relaxing.
saying he was doing a lot of
Politics
cocaine.
is stressful at that level.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
If anyone in here thinks Donald Trump has done less cocaine than Joe Biden, then
That's my time.
And
My time, y'all.
that's all I'm saying.
Listen,
But-
I'm not putting it past nobody.
Do y'all know that they're saying Joe Biden is like not Joe Biden right now? They've been
Yeah,
doing
they've
it.
been saying
that about everybody.
But when I was telling him like the comparisons of him now versus then, clearly he got older, but like it looks like a fucking mask on his head. It looks like a completely like his earlobes. You know, there's attached earlobes and detached earlobes. Them shits is connected to his fucking jawbone now.
When
And
white
it's-
men get old, they melt.
All right,
wow.
don't say that.
I'm sorry. Are we not
You know
seeing
what
it?
slime silly putty is?
But I'm
Why are
saying
you
it,
booing me?
it
I'm
looks
right.
like it looks like FX on
Yeah.
his face. So it's like, did they kill this
Probably
man?
too much makeup.
And like,
Yeah,
Leave
so
the AI people alone.
okay, so check it out. So
They go AI you next.
no,
right,
hey,
they done
only the real one got the
they done
temple.
cloned
ChatGPT
Tyrone
gonna
you.
get you.
Don't let them clone Tyrone you. Don't
Y'all
play
know, y'all
around.
know who the real me is.
The clone gonna be just as
I can
violent.
identify you.
All right.
I got you.
Lord have mercy. So moving on. So when Kamala got the whole candidacy in and transferred it over, the next thing that became very important was her stance on some very key issues. I don't know. We don't really talk about that here too often, so it's going to be a first for
First time talking.
talking about it. There were some key issues. Reparations was one.
I'm sorry. That's not funny. But like that argument kills me. Like I want us to get it, but like, y'all. They don't even have our records for our last names for us to go that far back.
Also, we have people's stance on Gaza,
Yeah,
which was
that was a big one.
Yeah, which was a very important one for me.
had a conversation earlier.
A lot of conversations that I've had at work or just around and about, and a lot of the information I was taking in was our political stance and our the power that we put behind that. So it was a lot.
You talk about that at work?
Yeah. We they had to stop us, as a matter of fact.
Breathe debate.
Did everybody vote?
Did everybody vote?
I voted. I didn't.
I didn't.
I did.
I tried though. I did.
I did.
I vote.
So here's another thing. I don't. If you didn't vote because either A, you don't feel like you understood the issues, or B, it was like a vote of non-confidence. Like I don't vote because I think the system is too rigged or whatever. I respect that personally. You know, I do think that we have a very captured political process. All the lobbyists, all the think tanks, all of the, like APAC, stuff like that. There's a lot of influence coming from the top down that ruins the government's effectiveness to do what the people want. You feel what I'm saying?
Now, and I'm gonna speak up on that.
Yes, sir.
A vote of non-confidence is not going to the poll, but go to the polls. You know you can go to the polls, put the card in, not click anything, and walk out, and still be considered a voter.
Shut up.
And the reason why you do that
I want a
instead
sticker.
of not voting is because when you don't vote, that's how you get put on the purge list. If you miss 4 election cycles, they purge you.
Yeah.
But if you and like I said, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, how to vote,
For sure.
like that. But I will tell you, go to the vote, go to the polls, give your ID like you would normally do, and write in names.
What does
Like,
that
That too.
I wrote Jesus Christ. I wrote Santa Claus. I wrote. I mean, but what I'm saying is,
2016, I wrote in Bernie Sanders.
if you don't want to vote for somebody,
Right.
you can write in the name. And I encourage you, if you do this, write in the name, because that's where they cheat. Because if you don't vote for something, then they can put a name or put a ballot down for you.
Oh.
When you go to the polls, every election cycle, if you're a registered voter, show up to the polls, vote. But when you go in there, you didn't like neither one of the candidates, write a name in, or skip that line. But whatever you do, do not miss your opportunity to go to the polls, if I can encourage you. And I understand. I mean, when I was young, I didn't go to the polls. I said, I'm not voting for none of these because it's trash. You know,
Yes, sir.
it's trash on both sides. But then I started learning when I go to there, I write names down all the time if it's somebody I don't like. And I think that's what we need to make sure we teach people out there in the world. If it's somebody you don't like, still show up.
Yeah, because I think a vote of non-confidence where you're just not showing up at all, I think that's just a privileged way of thinking. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's people that do not have the choice to vote. Like it's it. Like that's who you got, bro. You done. There's no November. There's no vote cycle. Like, oh, a nigga died in the street in front. Tough luck.
And always remember this: somebody gonna win.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Somebody gonna win. So sometimes you have to. There's been times I go to the polls and vote for lesser evil, and I hate hearing
And
that.
that's
but
it.
just
Yeah.
how it's reality.
That's how it has to be.
Because it's just gonna come down to that.
So why
And-
vote? Like, just don't even.
It's
Well, this
would
is the
you
big.
rather vote-
Well, go ahead, I'm sorry, sis.
would you rather vote for the greater evil or the lesser evil?
I would not vote at all for no evil. I'm just gonna sit
Then
home.
put in your own name. Put in your own
Then
name.
you put your name.
AP for president, yo. Chicken nuggets
reason-
for everybody.
The reason to vote, bro.
Cinders, bro.
I got you.
But the reason to vote, like, not even. I'm not even gonna talk about civil rights. I'm not gonna talk about people like none of
I
that.
will.
Right? But it's something we've learned. We've heard all that stuff. But the issue that people are it's like, what's the point? That's the thing.
But the
It's not that they don't see what everyone sacrificed. They're saying right now in my life, in these 20-something, 30-something years I done lived, I didn't see any of that. All that's in black and white.
Calling me out.
I'm just saying from what I've heard.
So answer this question.
Hold on, let me just.
Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
got
Go
you.
ahead, brother.
The reason it's important to vote, bro, is like if there's anything you don't like that's going on right, you have the option to go change that by making your voice be heard. If we did not have that option, if there was no such thing as voting, it'd be Russia, like it'd be North Korea, it'd be there's no
dictatorship.
And even like now, whenever it's a every 4 years election, there's other stuff on the ballot that relates to you specifically, like your school system, your neighborhood, all that stuff. It's not just. It's never just the president.
The local stuff is the most important.
And that's it.
That's what I was gonna.
And the thing I had to start doing for real, and even with ChatGPT, type in on ChatGPT like what is the best way to find the ballot initiatives, like,
and they'll tell you
and it'll give, or Google it too. Like there's .orgs out there that'll tell you like, hey, this is what's on your ballot out there. Whether they're biased or not, they're going to tell you what's on the ballot.
I'm gonna be the spokesperson for the people who don't vote. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna speak for y'all niggas. I'm gonna speak for me. I don't vote.
Even after saying all of that, bro.
I don't vote. I'm just gonna speak to you.
Because I just feel like if I don't know what the fuck is going on, I could be voting for the worst person in the fucking world. So it's like, why even put it like let's just say everybody
I could
voted.
be that one.
Yeah, let's just say everybody voted right, and it's a tie, and I'm the tiebreaker. I don't want to fuck up, so y'all gotta fight that one out. Like, I'm not about to vote because I don't know you, Kamala, and I don't know you, Donald Trump. You can say whatever you want to win because they're both just trying to win. So who's to say what they're saying is like actual factual? Who's to say that what they did is like, we don't know. We really don't know who we're voting for. We don't know that Joe Biden is like fucking as great as fucking Obama tried to make him out to be. Like, we don't know these things. So I just mind my business.
It's like, why don't you just look at what? Because you got a sample size of what he did, and you got a sample size.
But I don't know. Like, I literally wake up, go to work, and like I don't.
I mean,
She's just saying that she has
I'm
not
not
put
educated.
in that extra effort to be educated.
I mean, I
on it.
personally,
Yeah, and
Because
I
she
just
deals with whatever she deals with on
And
a
some
day-to-day
people just
basis.
block it
and
all
I
out.
and I really
Yeah.
cannot retain that information.
Yeah,
I mean,
I,
I'm
don't-
Like, I can't do it.
I don't blame you.
I started looking at politics different after my after Obama. So I was young, but after Obama,
Yeah, no,
the
same.
second term,
Same.
because my grandfather told me at one point he was going for Hillary. He was like, I remember he was talking about this was like the first time when they was going. He was like,
She got an evil vibe to her.
That's what people's.
I mean, there's that, but
Hillary Clinton was just the perfect politician.
Yeah,
that was it. And
but-
it was
It was scary.
but
Yeah,
She was a little bit too. She was too.
she was too polished.
Yeah, too
and she went
polished,
up
yeah.
against Donald Trump, and everyone was
Too
like,
purgy.
"This
Too
is
purge math.
different."
She
Well,
had media
I don't want
training,
the same-
And they said no.
well, to the point I was making, like when she was doing that, my papa said he was with her. Now, as I'm a child, I did not understand what he was talking. Like, why? Okay, you was with the. This is put it in small terms. You with the white woman? That, okay, cool. Why? And like, I'm a child, so I don't know. Like, I'm looking at it as like black and white. Okay, she's a white woman. That's Barack. Why he wasn't with Barack? I didn't understand. I had to go back and do research and look. I'm not going to go into the details. I kind of can't. But it's like I saw why he was with Hillary, and he was like, okay, I'd rather go with Hillary. And then he said, oh, I switched to Obama later on as it went on. Now, fast forward, I always try to figure out why do the people that are wiser than me, I always tell them wiser, I always call them wiser than me, but the elders always go and do things that they weren't doing when they were our age. I wasn't watching the news like that 5-6 years ago, nor were they when they were our age. But now they watch the news and they make it so important. Why? I had to watch and figure out. I also had to learn. I'm gonna ask you about this too later. But I also had to learn like what were they like? What are the intangibles? Like what can a president actually do? Like if this person says I'm gonna do this, okay, can you? Half the time they can't do what they're saying they're gonna do.
Because it's just a
But-
face, right?
Right.
Basically,
That's what I was telling you.
Disagree. I gotta disagree.
fully agree
The
with
To a
president.
navigation point, the president can serve for war to create. He can initiate war at any time, and if that's
I
probably
feel like
the
Donald
biggest
Trump would do that.
issue.
Yes.
That's the biggest one of all.
Yeah.
or some
But-
shit.
Now, watch this. If he doesn't have the Senate and the House, he can't enact any laws, and that was the issue when you heard all the rhetoric about Obama. Obama had
He
the
had
Senate and the
no
House the
support.
first 2 years.
Yes.
After 2010, he didn't have
Yep.
that, so
Yep.
he couldn't do nothing.
And that
But
was
then they lambasted him and said
Yep.
he was an ineffective president. But ineffectively
it was
speaking,
y'all's fault.
it was our fault for
John
not showing
Boehner.
up.
Yeah, John Boehner was sitting in the seat. Mitch McConnell was sitting in the
And-
seat.
and- and-
All
and
the
the
people
biggest-
that was
and-
freezing stuff up.
Yeah.
And the biggest piece is judicial seats. We
Yeah.
saw with
Yes.
Trump, and we're going to see. Your generation is going to see it worse than mine.
Yeah.
He got more judicial seats put in play. Donald
And
Trump
that
got more
Man did
judicial
it. He
seats
did
put
it
in place,
fast too.
and he
Think
got
it
more
will.
people on the Supreme Court in place, which is going to. It's going
And
to
that's-
slowly
Yeah.
matriculate its way into what goes on.
It
I try
already
to
is.
look at
Those
it like
three things are the biggest things you have to say as far as the president's concerned.
It's other things too.
But I just give you the biggest thing. Those
I
are
feel
laws.
it, but it's the small stuff that's because a couple years ago that Supreme Court justice thing was a little thing that wasn't big for anybody until it happened, and then stuff started getting repealed. The executive orders, if the president has the House and the Senate, goes way smoother.
Oh yeah, easy.
If it's illegal or not.
Easy.
And that's a huge power because that's a law written
that's a big power.
immediately.
Yeah, that goes.
Yeah, they already
That's
have
it.
they already have their think tanks that
So
create
it's
those
not
laws
that
for
the
them.
president is powerless. There are checks and balances for everybody. But when somebody actively circumvents and perverts those checks and balances, the whole system's fucked. There's
And
no
watch this.
point.
And answer this question: Have you heard anything about the Senate and the House in this election cycle?
No.
I have.
And that's what's.
I'm talking. I
Too
have
distracted
I
by
pay attention.
Gorilla and
But I
Megan
mean,
Thee Stallion.
you got the people. But
You
you
just take your pay attention eyes off.
no, that's
In
what I'm saying.
in the open setting, have you heard anything about the House? And the Senate?
No.
Here's why I have the controversy that's come up that you hear about in the psych, whether you're listening or not, just the big issues that come up are in those House and Senate seats out for grabs. Like the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, he's running for a Senate seat.
Yeah, his seat.
That's why all that came out. Like, oh well, he's on all these porn sites and he's a black Nazi and they're saying he's Martin Luther King on steroids, but he's a black like that. Then
That's
you've got
how that happened?
yeah,
I
like
just got on game
that's the
about that,
thing.
like,
Like
a day
those
and a half
seats
ago.
that are real, like
Yeah.
they need those. That's where you start. That's where my pay attention comes on.
See,
Like,
that's
why are they
what-
showing me this? But you hear a lot about it. But I'm sure a lot of people probably aren't clued in. Like, that guy's running for Senate. But when they see it on the ballot, if you're in that state, I'm sure they hitting it. Yeah. But if you like, I'm in Georgia.
Well, in North Carolina, to pack back. I went to school in North Carolina. They are pushing it in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I graduated from Shaw University.
Oh, that's what's up. Morehouse. I ain't graduated.
Winston-Salem
I got
State
one class.
University.
They owe me money.
Get your money.
I ain't playing with y'all.
Winston-Salem
They owe
State.
me
Yeah.
money.
Get your money.
Hey, you know it.
Winston-Salem State. I was saying what school I went.
Oh, okay. I thought something happened.
Yeah.
We out here.
Homecoming this weekend. praise the Lord. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I know. Trust me.
Yeah,
They
y'all
ain't
North
winning now.
Carolina cats up there.
But
Oh, it's
but
beef.
in essence, that's the bigger conversation. Right now, you're seeing the top of the ticket, and yes, you do see sporadic where you see all that stuff there. But in essence, and I agree with you, sister. At one point in time, 20 years ago, there was elections I skipped because I'm not.
I've never voted in my life.
Oh, well, I can't help you there.
This was my first time voting.
Are you registered?
I found out today that I was, and I didn't even do it.
That's another question. You got to figure out when you're registered and everything like that.
I didn't do that.
You sure you didn't do it when you got your license?
I don't remember what I did
Man, it'd be
yesterday.
so
Well, when you got your license,
You're registered
they
at Starbucks.
ask
I
you-
got my license in 2000. Fucking
That's why remember I said that probably when you get your license. You
I just
automatically-
re-registered.
2022.
They texted me saying, "Oh,
So
you're
you might have
already
got it when you got
registered.
your
Go
Yeah, you
vote."
might have got it when you got your license.
But it
It's a
has
little
my. Does it automatically
living
change your
situation
address?
has
Because it
been-
has my new address on it. I didn't do that.
Well, no, somebody would have had to update your address.
Yeah, I think it's a box.
People need to stop doing
I mean,
Yeah.
so you registered to vote a while, before?
I never did that.
Oh, so yeah, they went off of that. That's exactly
No,
what they went off of.
but the
Because when
the
I tried to
question
vote
piece is,
today, they said that you
it's a
can't
different
vote here.
address.
Yeah, you can't vote here because it's not in the
It's your home
district
address.
or
It's
something like
within-
that.
Oh yeah, and they tell you what precinct they go.
Yeah, if you early
Yeah.
vote, you go wherever.
I had to drive 30 minutes.
But I was confused because I was like, I never registered. I didn't know you could look that up if you were registered or not.
And you see,
And see, that's the thing.
It's a
It's
tedious
so much
process.
like
They've
little
been-
small details of stuff that I would say people around our age don't necessarily know unless you
Yeah.
become a nerd in that like field, or if like you really care about it, you wouldn't be privy on. And so it's just like for me right now, like I'm aware and I have decent knowledge as to what is going on. It's just that it was just too much for me this time. I was just like, when the 2 years come around, I'll pay attention to those votes and do what I need to do for
every
that.
year.
Oh, okay, well then that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll start.
Yeah, it's
looking
like an
for-
endless. It's an endless cycle.
There's a vote
I
every
started
year.
with 2
Yeah.
years.
Let me help
No,
you
there's
out
a
there.
vote every year
Okay.
on
So
something.
Let me help you out
But
there.
see, that's even more. Like I thought it was 2 years, but it's every freaking year.
So
and I'm
so you'll know. Even years you have your gubernatorial years, your governor year, your county commission, your federal seats. In your odd years you have municipalities. So your city seats.
okay.
So for
Okay.
instance, if you live in Savannah, you won't have an election next year because Savannah elections in the following odd year.
Oh,
So
every
that's
other.
the best way you can look at it. Like for instance, this year is a presidential year. In 2 years, it's a gubernatorial year. So the gubernatorial year is the governor and the 9 seats that fall for the state of Georgia.
We don't vote for measures every year.
What's that? You can vote for measures, but measures are introduced by a governing body. So it can be
Yeah.
introduced by the federal government, the state government,
So
or the
that
local government.
that's why I say every year. 'Cause
So
this
it
stuff-
can be, but how they introduce measures, they purposely introduce measures during times where they don't want high voter turnout because they want measures to actually be approved.
And
So
that's why.
what are they gonna do about people burning the
ballots. That's
yeah,
what I
like
wanna
what do they do it over? Like what the fuck?
Probably
Who's burning
Like it's just
There's
There
people who
was-
burn
there-
in
there's
ballot
people
boxes.
It was
burning
a-
them.
boxes.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's
they've got something in place for it because it's not the first time.
Ballot boxes are supposed to be in secure locations, so if they're burning them in
They just
in
like they
counties-
just outside or some shit.
So
well,
it's
supposed to be in secure locations where cameras on it because
Yeah,
they're
it's-
supposed to do that.
everything's on. The person who did it is, found
They
in
just-
charge.
yeah.
It's just the damage is done.
They probably gonna have them come in vote.
So they
Yeah,
won't
it's
go
probably
through.
something
And
like
they're
that.
only doing that in certain areas. I can
Yeah,
guarantee that.
and it's probably a low
low amount of
population. All that
ballots
stuff.
that got destroyed.
Yeah, but I don't know. The other thing is like, it's. I know for me, the thing that made me vote every year, I specifically remember I was voting for Obama the second time, and 2012, and I went to the polling place. It was right up the street from the house. It was the same one I always been going to, and they changed it for me, nobody else.
Whoa.
I had asked afterwards, and they had gerrymandered. And it was like a little squiggle. And they was like, "Oh, you're not in there. You got to go." I had to drive 30 minutes to vote. I was mad as fuck the whole time. And I was like, "They're never gonna fucking play with me like this again." Because the only reason they did that is because they didn't want my vote to count. And that's why I was like, "Oh, okay, y'all got me fucked up."
So when you voted,
Like,
when you
I'm
voted
sorry.
for Obama, did you feel satisfied with your vote?
Yeah.
You did?
I mean, I remember, like, I get it. Everyone was. I'm 32, so
Damn.
like, I
Sorry.
remember. Hey,
Sorry.
I'ma just.
In my
I'ma
inner
just say
Kevin Hart.
this, bro.
Sounds corny, but that one was. Wow.
When you said 2012, I was
Why
like,
did
I
you
was a
just post
child.
something about that shit though?
That's great. Y'all
just
niggas' day is
posted
coming. I don't
something
care.
about
Oh
that.
yeah, I'm 32. Y'all be, oh damn, okay. When you go, flirty 30,
When he was
and you
like,
got your
damn,
big balloon
new
bubbles
age,
behind you, I'm gonna be like, damn.
It was my
Face
inner
ass.
Kevin Hart. I'm sorry.
Nah, yeah, all right.
Said, damn.
You about to be Kevin Hart age in some years. You all right?
Well, you there?
Yeah, you right. Yeah, you right behind me.
No, not right behind you.
4 years.
What's up? You one election away, my nigga.
What's the election cycle?
Put
That's
her
all
name,
you
put
got.
her name in the ballot box. Bye. What's
On the
up?
left side of the ear. Oh yeah.
We are blood.
Hey, look though.
AP, he
He
gonna
gonna
be
be
talking to you about
36. He gonna be knocking on 40.
Hey, oh God.
He gonna be talking to you at the polls, talking about some damn.
Yep. Look at you, 32.
You made
Look
it.
at you, 36.
You made
Grandkids.
it.
Grandkids.
Nah, grandkids is crazy.
Grandkids.
All right, everybody calm down.
Yeah, that's wild.
Can we just
Technical
move
foul.
on? Flag on the play.
No, but I'm 32. I remember the Bush years. I remember the shit he did that even I was as a kid was like, what is going on? Like the interest rates. You know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
Like, bruh, and I'm a child.
You were into that as a kid?
The only
No,
thing
this
I
is the
remember
thing. This is what was so crazy about it, bruh. I'm a child, and I'm realizing like niggas
They
is
over here bonding.
Oh, okay.
they both went to school in North Carolina, so
Whoa, wait a minute.
I ain't gonna tell you how old I am, and you picking on him about 32.
yeah.
She
a baby.
You had asked a question about,
She a
about
baby.
something.
She's still wet behind the
But
ears.
listen though,
Crazy work.
this
I'm
my
not gonna
arch
hurt what you're trying
nemesis.
to
You a
say.
baby?
Okay.
He already know I'm just playing.
Oh, okay.
Y'all
Halfway.
gotta imagine
It's
teachers
alright.
still teaching other kids.
Why y'all laughing at me though?
Because you was talking about his age again, but you didn't notice that you was doing it. It was yeah.
Oh, sorry. This is my bestie Westie.
I don't know. But
She be strong arming besties.
anyway, all the things this man did, bro. The interest rates was crazy. The car market, everything crashed. There was a recession because of George Bush.
Yeah.
There was war
I've read about
because of George
I've read
Bush.
about that.
Yeah.
One of the biggest conspiracies in our modern era is because of George Bush. And then when Obama was elected, they said blame it on the nigga. And that's why that is why I will never
Exactly what they did.
I
bro.
will
exactly
never,
what they did,
I
though.
will
That's
never
exactly what they
accept
did.
any criticism of Obama because he got the
No,
country
bro.
when it was
Within
shit.
Shambles.
We were at war.
I
We
believe
were
that.
in a recession,
So how do you
knocking
feel
on the
about
door of a
Obamacare?
depression. And he brought us out of everything.
But you know what?
And then
You
they
know what?
handed it to a
Donald
white
Trump,
guy,
dumbass,
a
and all of that shit
Republican.
fell right back
I won't
down
even
to
say
the
a white guy.
fucking
They handed it to a Republican, and he shut the country down
for damn near 2
for a
years.
sickness. Obama had Ebola, SARS.
Control, fam.
Like nigga, he had 4 sicknesses that we didn't even. We was typing memes like, oh, yo, this shit crazy. These
But you
niggas
know
in these
what?
foreign countries is
You know
crazy.
what?
And then Donald Trump get elected, and it's like,
y'all should know,
Tweet about it.
Y'all go sit down.
The world was bad. Y'all should know that the world was bad. That was horrible back then. Just off of if you watch the debates, they wasn't debating about who said what and what. It was like, okay, well, we both know this is a problem. How will we
Right?
fix it? They
It was sensible
They
because
literally
shit was
had a
fucked
regular
up.
conversation. Was like, well, how's the kids? Okay, cool. Well, listen, I can fix it this way though. But I believe
we can work across the aisle.
Now they just going at it.
So who do y'all think is like the more sensible person to have right now?
Kamala.
I'm sorry. I watched Donald Trump give a blowjob to a microphone 2 days ago, and that's not an exaggeration. That's what I'm saying, bruh.
What do y'all think about that assassination?
What is that?
Or that attempt? It's assassination.
Y'all gotta understand.
Stage
Like I
The
told,
fucking
like I
play,
told,
Act 1.
like I
This
told my
nigga's ear
You
is
had one
perfectly
job.
healed.
Like I told my stepfather the other day, there's no time in America where you ever feel at any point that any politician is right. If you believe what we always say, that every politician lie, every politician. At least in
That's what he was
that
saying.
scale that you believe that, but
That's what he
at
was
some
saying.
point you just got to go with, like you said, the lesser
Yeah.
evil, or like we'll go with how this person is trying. Like he said, there's some things that they can actually do without having to worry about anybody else. Donald Trump is talking about pushing a red button on regular days. I don't know.
On regular days.
Kamala
This
has to
nigga
deal
gonna have
with-
an atomic
Kamala-
bomb.
This
Kamala
nigga's
has to
talking
deal
about
with-
doing the purge.
Okay, so
Kamala
check it
has
out.
to
Check it
deal
out.
If he doesn't win, it's already a bloodbath.
Y'all, Robert is loading up on y'all.
So check it out.
not
So
loading
so
up.
here's so again, this has been a very loaded election cycle for so many reasons. A lot of people have had different strategies and different ideas on why they would vote the way they're voting. Right? Some people vote their morals. Can't vote for
party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No matter what.
yeah, no matter what. Okay,
No matter
and party
what.
lines are always that would create the flyover states.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, so that's what that's why we have it like that. So, but this election cycle saw some of the most youthful,
Stunning.
attention to our foreign policy. Especially when we're talking about Gaza. We've seen so many things happen in these universities and these campuses where so many of these children have risked their freedom, their education, and solidarity, and their futures for sure, for their solidarity with people who in our revolutionary history, civil rights movement, a lot of our civil rights leaders understood exactly what these children are doing now as far as understanding how Palestine is a settler colonial apartheid state, right? So with saying that, voting for these elected officials who are either completely out in the open Zionists or every state has a right to defend itself, every nation state rather. I wanted to ask our guest, where are your feelings at on that issue?
So first off, if you look at the numbers from 2020 to 2024, there has not been an increase in voters under the age of 30.
No.
So I'm just, and I can only speak for Georgia.
That the other day.
I'm speaking for Georgia first. I don't care about any
Yes,
other
sir.
state.
Yes, sir.
In Georgia, it's not shown an increase. Now, what I didn't like about the party itself, and I'm gonna speak on the party conversation. From the party perspective, there hasn't even been an increase as far as party perspective is concerned either. And what I mean by that is, Democrat or Republican, you have not seen any significant change in either party. Now, the one change that you have seen is more older people have shown up to the polls and voted. So where you went from a 64%, now you're at about a 69% running rate. So you're about a 5% more running rate of people who actually show up to the polls. Now, I'm hoping that today's voting corrects that where it's not. So I thought the Garza situation would have been something that would have increased the number of votes, where it has not increased the number of votes as far as younger people is concerned. And so that mixed with other opportunities, I mean, we just didn't really get out there as far as making sure younger people understood that. And and they understand the gap is with people under the age of 50. I'm just going to call it for what it is. 70%, I'll say it again, 70% of the voting population up through Friday was 50 and older.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie.
50 and older.
feel bad.
Now, a lot of reason for that is because people 50 and under aren't running for public office. And I'm only speaking from my perspective of being an elected official in the room, a former elected official in the room on the county side. I used to go on county committee meetings, and I was at the time in my early 40s. I would go to county committee meetings, and they would talk about dark fiber. They would talk about 5G and how 5G should be implemented in this community. And I'm sitting in a room full of older people, older than me, and not one person in the room understands anything dealing with what we're talking about. And we're talking about the biggest county outside of Metro Atlanta, making decisions on what benefits younger people. We don't talk about daycare. We don't talk child care. We don't talk about broadband. We don't talk about putting electricity underground where it's better served for us. We don't talk
So that
about
the power don't go out during a hurricane.
We need to talk to Japan.
Oh, wait.
But they've got that.
I'm about to say Elon was
They're
talking
very
about doing the space link.
advanced.
But the space link, but see, how hard is that? And I think I said it earlier. We so concentrated on federal politics, the local stuff really ultimately affects you today.
That's the most important.
You know,
Because even with him doing Starlink,
That's so crazy.
That's something he's gonna have to get a contract for through the government, or else
Correct.
we foot the bill,
and
and
it-
then there's no point.
correct.
Well, I mean, it's Elon.
What does that mean?
You think he's going to use his money?
I mean,
he making robots.
But
I'ma
would
just
he?
say
Would he? Never know.
to the point
Probably
that you
not.
made.
No, I mean the cost.
I
Of,
just
the cost.
want to make sure you know he's still a billionaire.
We learned that.
He's a billionaire because he uses other people's money.
That's
I
right.
want that clear.
I know that.
Yeah.
He
And
probably,
if Trump gets in office,
He gonna
he's
do
going to
that.
be a gazillionaire
Yeah,
because he's going to use government to get more money.
yeah.
And
That's
our
just
and the United States credit is about to nigga.
Man.
We are in debt.
It's
It's
already.
rough.
You gonna maybe?
It's gonna be a new
It's
level.
already bad.
It's gonna be a new level. You know, you ever seen Trigun anime?
Oh yeah.
You remember how motherfucker had double dollars?
Yeah.
That's what we about to go into. Double dollars.
The U.S. dollar right now isn't worth much. I
Yeah.
can tell you that.
No,
What
at
is it?
all.
Because of that.
83.
This is why. This
You
is
being nice.
That's the last number.
I know I'm messing with you, brother.
Nah, that's crazy though.
More like
That's-
76. And
That's fucking crazy.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, but
But-
to your point, what's his name? The god doggone mayor now. What's his name? Jesus Christ.
Musk.
Van.
oh, let
Van-
me go. I don't want to talk about.
Listen, listen. No. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? So I met Van Johnson as a child. Like when I was
we
really
met him.
really young. I was in this program. They would teach us about politics and everything. You know. But, I'm in deep. So as a deep youth. Listen,
That's what I remember.
as a deep youth, we went to one of the city council meetings. It was in the middle of the day. So everybody's older, like they like all gray hairs. You don't see nobody our age. And I'm just being real. We all walk in. It's like 20 of us. We all walk in young. We all black. Cool. When you're standing there, they're talking about the roads. They are literally talking about fixing downtown roads. And I'm like, at this time, I'm like 15, 16.
Downtown.
They're talking about fixing downtown roads. And then we were just driving up there on a road that was rickety. And we sat there, and one of my boys, his name's Antoine. I'm not going to take his son. But Antoine sat there and was like, and we all was talking about it. Like, we was like, did they just say? And he's like, cool. You just said you're going to fix that. And like, everybody looking because they're not expecting nobody to say anything. Well, they're like, well, we just feel like, well, he was like, no. You talking about fixing the downtown roads, but we got a road outside right now that's bad. Like, it's got potholes in my street over here, and you ain't talking about nothing once. Well, we're going to get to it at some point. We just feel like, and it's like, to his point, when he's talking about that, they literally talk about simple things that when they ask, well, what are they gonna do for me? That's for you to go to your local area and go talk about it.
Yeah.
The federal, I tell my friends all the time, y'all keep talking about the presidents and everything. I love it. We're gonna get to it. But at the end of the day, where you live at, y'all seen when Trump was in office, he was talking about doing something. The Texas the governor said, no, I ain't doing that. And that's what you voting for is that person to say, nah, I don't want to do what this president is talking about. Nah, I don't
Texas
wanna
is
do
the perfect example.
When you look at the country,
Texas do whatever the fuck.
when you look at the country,
Texas
the country
is
is
a country.
divided into
Oh
50
God.
states.
Yes.
The 50 states are different local governments.
Uh-huh.
And then you trickle down to state government to county government, municipal government. How many understand what the splosh is?
East Block.
I heard.
No, I ain't say e-splosh, splosh.
Enlighten me.
I used to know the
special
acronym.
purpose option sales tax.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
That's that 1 penny that they collect at the end to make it 7 cents, 8 cents. I forget what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
like a
what you call
7%.
it's that last penny on the dollar. So when you see you spend $1 and you got the 8 cents tax,
That's
that
the-
last penny.
Mhm.
Special purpose option sales tax is that's what benefits that road,
Mhm.
right? Now I'm gonna be candid to this piece right here. The last splash, the black communities, the
Yep.
8th district, I call them out. The 8th and the 5th district. The 8th district got like $500,000. The 5th district got like what $3 or $4 million. The 6th district where I lived at, we got $22 million. The same pot.
Yep.
And all this stuff is done by your elected officials locally.
Yep.
Your county people and your city people. In Pooler, I heard you say Pooler. Did you say Pooler
Man.
earlier?
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you about Pooler.
Just the highways in general. They've been
But you know
working on
why?
that shit forever.
But
I
you know
feel
why?
like the one on Tybee, the Tybee Bridge.
So is it Tybee or Pooler?
Well, I'm just saying.
I'll tell you both of them. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Tybee, when you look at Pooler, you have what you call Old Pooler, which is Highway 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Which
live,
goes
I live
down to
there.
Tybee Island.
Well, not there, but
And then you have Godley Station, and then you have Savannah Quarters,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have Quaker Road further up the
Jimmy
road.
DeLoach-ish.
Yeah, well, you're talking about 80. That's on the top side of 80. bottom
Okay.
That's near the old.
So when you look at that, when you look at Old Pooler, if you don't go to city council meetings, if you ever go to a city council meeting in Pooler, you think you in Mayberry. Because they still run a city council meeting in Pooler like it's Mayberry.
80 look
They're
crazy.
not talking about doing any upgrades, and that's local politics. Now watch this. Savannah Quarters, where I live at, where I chose to live at, we got everything we need. You know why? Because they
got
invest.
I used to
Bruh,
live down
they got
there.
the power underground.
They
They
got
got their own public
Costco.
Chipotle, Five Guys.
Yep.
That's
we
just
got our
theirs.
own Top Golf coming. We
They
got our
public-
Really? Down
Costco's
there?
coming out
This
there.
is what's
No,
cold.
Costco is down there.
That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
got all our own amenities.
This
Yep.
was
I
this
used
was
to live
cold
down
out
there.
there.
Go.
The
I used to live
Publix,
down there.
the Publix got the Chipotle and the Five Guys
We
and
got the
everything
same-
right there, right?
And it's the
Yeah.
same setup on
there's
the
a
other side.
there's an exit that only they can use. So and the roads the traffic be
You talking
fucked
about
up out
Savannah
there.
Quarters. You
Yeah,
talking
Every day.
traffic be fucked up out there. I mean,
Every day.
all the way
Every day.
down Quaco. But
Oh,
if you
yeah,
pulling out
yeah.
of
But watch
Publix
this.
and you don't live there, they
You don't
don't
have to deal
block
with the
the
traffic.
road off, so only they can use it. And it's a road. It's paved.
But see, that's a private road, so
It's
I want to
real.
defend them. That's a
No.
private road that didn't have to go before.
I feel it.
city
It's a
council and
private
everything like
road,
that.
but it's like, bruh.
It's a road.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
It's
driving
paved,
on.
though. But
I'm
those
driving
people,
on this
But those
motherfucker.
people pay through their home
Yeah.
association.
Yeah,
they have that maintained the maintenance.
Facts.
It's a road.
It is a road.
Crazy. So
I think-
HOA can have niggas roads built and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you gotta, but you'd have to go to
Ask me how much I pay in HOA fee.
Oh, yeah,
to get
they be-
that.
Don't do
like
that.
$200.
Yeah, it's like $200 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight on all that.
So, but going to what you were saying
I feel
earlier,
bad for my mom.
all that stuff is locally ran,
My weed
and
allowance.
it was good. It was good for us 4 years ago.
Well, let me
It was
not
good
say
for us 4 years ago, but now we have a new city council in the office. Now all the stuff that we were getting benefit for, we're getting dumped on now
Yep.
because
me-
we have a new person in office.
Let me revise that. I don't mean like Pooler Parkway. I mean like the highways. They've been doing that shit since I lived there in 2019.
So you're talking about
Like the high-
the 16.
16?
You're talking about
Yeah,
16.
like all that shit.
But
been
that's
like
that's
that.
not Pooler. That's state.
That's like
Yeah.
Savannah, yeah.
And then
That's state
that
Oh,
that
state.
been like that for a long time. But then when they do that bridge that goes over to Tybee, you know, that lifts up,
yeah.
they finished that shit before they.
I mean,
even,
that's
and they've been
tourist.
doing
That's-
that.
oh, that's-
Waste Tybee
but that-
money,
that's
baby.
tourist.
You
That's
ready?
crazy.
That's
No,
tourist,
no, it's
like-
not tourist.
That's
Oh,
a
it's
whole
not?
separate city. Like
That's
That's
county.
county. Yeah.
That's Tybee.
Oh, yeah.
Bud.
So it's all about
that shit
I
got
can
done
help.
like
That's
that.
county dollars,
Yeah.
local dollars.
I'm like, damn.
You talking about state dollars versus local dollars.
Yeah.
Local dollars gonna work as fast as
Y'all
local
gonna get
people
them
because
side
you know
streets he
why?
talking about.
Is that like Jimmy DeLoach?
That's where I live at.
That's
But
local dollars.
they put Jimmy DeLoach up.
To all them warehouses and
Pooler
shit.
Parkway, my nigga. Pooler Parkway used to stop at Walmart.
that's,
Yes.
that's local dollars.
That was it. Everything else used to be woods.
Bro, it wasn't nothing
1 year.
It
No
wasn't
lie.
nothing.
1 year,
Well, you
all
know,
that
I
shit
used to
went up.
stay at Park at Pooler. That's close. That's like where
the park.
Publix is down there. And when I used to live there, none of that shit was
Yep.
there. Like just fucking Crumble Cookie, Costco, all that shit. I'm like, bro,
All
what
that's
the
new.
fuck is
They
going
got,
on?
they got
All that
pediatrics over there.
Like they had,
Yeah. When the last time you been over there?
Factor.
They just built another
Masseuse,
15,000
two massage
apartments out
places.
there.
That's why
growing
it
like
keep
crazy.
getting crowded.
They
'cause y'all
got
keep
3
adding
Chick-fil-A's
complex after-
on one road.
No, 2.
It's
No,
3.
it's 3.
There was
'Cause we
one
got
on that.
We got
There's
There's one
three
down
on
there, and then there's
Pooler
one on the
Parkway.
opposite
We
end.
got 2 in Godly City.
There's 3 on Pooler Parkway.
Wait, there's one that's next to what is that? Cookout,
Watch this.
Yeah, there's one next to the cookout.
and there's one next
There's
to
one that's-
Walmart.
They just
Yep.
built another one a half a mile away from the other one.
Yeah.
And they're not going to close this other one.
The one that's by like Wendy's and shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
that's
got
crazy.
the one by Arby's, and then you got the one by
The car
by
wash.
the
or
car
whatever.
wash.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A making
Across
that
from
money
Publix or
on.
whatever.
Yeah, they're still
I wonder who
hanging on.
own, like who. I want to own one.
Arby's is one of those businesses that got under businesses underneath.
Yeah. But you look at
This is a money
Yeah,
laundering.
Arby's
at-
good though.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. I couldn't think of the name.
What did she say?
It's money laundering.
Oh.
When you
Arby's
look
is
at-
money laundering.
Whoever goes to
Don't
Arby's
snitch
is
on them.
not ordering
Alright.
food. They are ordering drugs underneath the table.
Oh,
Listen,
Because they still open.
They are open.
But they food actually good though.
I grew up on-
all I get is sides.
I used to mess with Arby's pretty heavy when I was in college.
I
I ain't
didn't
gonna hold
know
you.
they had
When I
other
was in
shit.
college, man.
All I eat
College
is
kids
besides
don't eat
mozzarella
real
sticks and a
food,
jalapeno
okay?
pie. That's the only thing.
They
I
got
eat.
like fish, chicken tenders.
Curly fries.
with the Bronco berry,
Man,
with the
curly
Bronco
fries.
berry little
Oh no, the
purple
curly
sauce.
fries for sure.
Y'all some big bags.
Shit, hold on. She
That's the
was
best
talking
thing
about
from
actual
Arby's.
Big bag
sandwiches
one.
from
I'm sorry.
Arby's. I don't
I'm
agree.
sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry.
I have never been more disgusted. The room erupted in Arby's talk.
You would never have seen a line at Arby's.
Actually, this might be too much.
I'm never going to see a line at Arby's.
You're never gonna see a line at
Yeah,
Arby's.
because you niggas is ashamed. Niggas in the drive-thru like, hey, give me
go
another
at
one and shut the fuck up.
In all honesty,
It's a car behind me. I need you to
in
hurry
all
up.
honesty,
Put it in a black
between
bag.
Arby's,
A black bag.
Nigga, permanent marker in the Arby's logo.
the street. I
Just
did
so
that
I
here.
can,
Said laundering.
yeah,
just so I can
underneath the
keep it
bag.
on,
man, listen.
keep it on.
Between
politics.
Arby's and
A few states have already called it in.
Yes, they have.
Florida.
Any of the swing
Ooh.
states, that's the main thing.
No, none of the swing states.
That is.
No.
We knew Florida was going to go with
I
that.
told-
Florida,
I said I
Alabama,
always-
Tennessee, Kentucky, West
Yeah.
Virginia, Indiana.
Everyone that should have went that way.
All the Republicans.
Yeah. MO, Missouri, and Oklahoma
I'm mainly waiting for
are
Michigan.
all.
Wisconsin.
I normally
called.
only cut the TV on till 10 o'clock. 'cause that's
Yeah.
when the
Right.
Democrats-
We need a
Missouri
little
hasn't called
TV
it
in
yet.
there.
Mississippi.
Let me tell you something.
I'm
We
looking
might
at it
Never
right
forget
now.
when Obama got voted in. I said they be up this late. It's like a boxing match. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
sitting here.
Yeah, we go
Like,
crazy.
he be up like.
Where are you at? I'm
You
on
just- I'ma
NBC
just wake
News.
up
Go
to the
on
news.
Google.
I
It should
never
be
forget.
live updates.
I
That's
never
the
forget when I was in middle
screenshot.
school. I woke up
Okay.
and that thing said Obama president.
But that,
Just type
that's
in
through
live
a
election
certain
updates
person,
in
though.
Google.
Y'all got some liquor?
Like AP or something like that.
Yes. through
Wow.
AP.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was empty.
Yeah, AP
No,
News.
it's
Associated Press.
Shut up.
Certain.
If you take a shot, I take a shot.
Okay.
Crazy, bro.
So
I was
not gonna
gonna vote
lie.
today. I was gonna vote for Kamala.
You said
Georgia are
the-
leaning towards
But then I thought about it. I was
what?
like,
younger.
Texas
How much
and
is
Georgia
that?
are leaning towards.
well, I mean, I
I'ma be
couldn't
real.
How much is
vote
that?
It's sad.
because I had to go
How
all the
much
way
is
40
that?
minutes
Sad
away.
because they don't
Yeah, I
understand what they're
just-
talking about.
How much
Yeah,
is
but the
that?
thing is, when I was 30 and younger,
I don't know why I was voting.
Yo, y'all.
Can we get you in the mic, sir?
16.
when I was 30 and younger, I didn't know what I was doing either.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it. I own a house now,
Kudos.
so
woo-hoo.
it's a different. I own property now.
Yeah.
I have a child in the school system. So when you start having things we're voting
You're
for,
better.
It
Yeah.
started
So
affecting
I like
you.
it.
I told them
You know,
earlier.
but when I was when I
in
was
that regard. So it's different for me. I look at this
Oh,
stuff totally.
when I was 20 years old, I didn't give a damn.
Yeah, when it
that's all.
started affecting me, then it's like, okay.
I'm in that
Yeah,
regard.
it's-
So I gotta listen. Like I
Yeah.
gotta weigh in on. Oh, he said he gonna do.
Because you can be
what?
pulled up.
Like,
You can be pulled up anytime.
Like I'm
Yep.
at work, like listen, let that man go to man, please. It's like like I was saying earlier. He talking about red button. Kamala got to deal with that certain men in different countries don't respect women. It's like a whole little thing that they both got to deal with.
That's
And
a,
like
that
y'all
was-
talking about-
that's
y'all
a big
talking about-
dynamic, though.
Y'all
That's
remember
a
y'all
real
talking
big
about Bush? When you
Yeah.
talking about Bush?
Yep.
Bush, it wasn't about Bush. Cheney was the one who was running the government.
Exactly.
Yes,
You know why
sir.
Cheney was running the government? Because Cheney wanted us in war. Because what did Cheney? What was
Cheney and
Cheney's
Karl
money?
Rove.
Cheney's money was in war,
Yep.
Damn.
and so he was
Halliburton.
going. Oh man,
Yes.
the kind
Oh
of money he
yeah.
made.
They was bombing Iraq to build it back up.
Honeywell and
Yes,
Blackwater
you better tell 'em.
and
I wonder what Canada
when I got
did.
out of the military.
No,
this is a crazy thing. When I got out of the
wonder what
military,
I'm
Bush
trying
was
to go
my
somewhere.
commander
Yeah,
in chief
that
when
was
I
your
went
guy.
in.
Free
8
healthcare.
So
years.
when, but the crazy thing was, this is how good business was.
Business was
I
good.
got offered to do my same job that I was doing in the army
probably
for triple the money.
correct.
Out as private.
Just being a contractor.
Yep.
I mean, they were just like, as soon as you said yes, they were sending you check cards, credit cards. They
Correct.
were just, it was money everywhere.
Big bro. A single nut that you put on a boat.
It was like $6,000.
We were getting,
yeah.
we were getting 20 cents a boat before Bush. After that, we were getting $1.20. It went up a whole dollar, and we're not talking about sending out 1 or 2 boats. We talking about 6,000.
That's a lot of
to
money.
20,000 boats.
Yep.
And then watch this.
How much?
It was such a regular contract
Right.
that we didn't even have to work. All we had to do was just bid on it, and they had to do minority contractors at 10-15%. So you get on the minority contract. I was eating like a fat rat.
Man.
Yep.
Am I gonna vote against Bush? Probably not during that time period, because my thing is we were at war.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a conscience to understand how
Right.
it affected people.
Everybody else.
Because my
yeah.
bottom line was eating.
I literally got out of the army, started contracting. I worked down the street from my old unit. I would go on lunch and go to my unit and tell them how much I was making more than my top NCOs.
Yeah. So like when you see
It was
all like
crazy.
them Netflix shows and all that shit where they be going out and talking to the guys who's former military, and then they find out they doing all this dark shit behind it, like they about to overthrow the government low key. That's the shit they was talking about, and that's why
I don't see it on Google. I'm over here looking at Google right now. I don't see it.
So I don't gotta ask about Donald. Do y'all think Kamala's doing dark shit?
Look,
I don't put it past no
here's the
fucking
thing.
We know
body.
In
Donald's
order-
doing dark shit, but he's telling us he's doing dark shit.
that don't make it good though. Like
Politician's a politician.
Well, here's what I
don't
think.
think-
I
I don't-
was I
wait.
wanted to I was gonna vote today. If I was gonna vote, I was just gonna vote for Kamala because like she's a woman, so she's not gonna screw us over. Hate to say it. So
That's-
That's fine. That's okay. You'd be surprised how many people go with that.
But in the same sense, I felt like it's weird that she did her. We just gonna call it promo per se. How she did like having Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion and going on SNL, like doing all this stuff.
I'm
I just
not gonna
thought
lie,
it was
I loved
out
it.
of box. You did?
I loved it,
But I just-
because at the end of the day, she's a black woman, so
Right.
she's supporting black women. You can't expect her to
We
drop
have
her
a
culture.
quick question.
I
Quick
feel
question.
that.
You can't
but-
expect her to drop her culture just
To go-
because
to
she's
go into-
running for president.
And I
Yeah, I
agree.
She's
feel
not
that.
being authentically
I
her.
feel that, but I feel like that just has nothing
That's
to do
just-
with it.
I love
Yeah,
you,
but the thing
but
is,
that's
it's about-
immediately correlating blackness to the fact that
So
we're
she's
not-
trying to get the
No,
black
no, no,
vote.
No, it's that. Yes, that's a part
What?
of it. I'm
What
not
you about
saying
to say?
it's not.
What you think it is? Yes.
I know that,
what
but
it
it's like,
is.
but it's like, it just feels like,
That's exactly
it
what
just
it
feels
is.
like,
All right, look.
Here's
you
the
saying
thing
So
with-
understand
go
this.
for it, catch
understand
it.
this.
Yeah.
Somebody under the age of 30 normally don't have a house, normally don't understand taxes, don't normally. So what do you relate to?
So you gonna bring out Glorilla?
Yes.
So you gonna
Yeah.
relate,
They know the
you gonna
name.
bring out what
To
you
get
relate
that-
to.
saying
What
this?
you're aware
That's
of.
what endorsements are for.
Right now, that is
Don't
exactly
take it.
how you
Waka
can
flocka.
speak.
Check
Yeah.
it out.
Well, we know Waka
I want to show some love. Nadia is in the chat. She says she wish she was here. That's one of our
Miss
cast
you,
members.
boo.
She
back,
said
Nadia.
she had some talking points. She asked a question based on the previous debate between Kamala and Trump. How do you guys feel about their approach to economic policy?
I felt like his only argument was you wasn't claiming to be black until now. Like, what does that have to do with anything? What are you talking about?
Donald Trump can't stay on topic to save his life.
He
He
could
deliberately stays off topic. It's called media
diversion.
It's called media control.
Well, I mean-
Okay, watch this. Watch this.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm just gonna be candid when I say what I say. All right. When it comes to African Americans, black people, whatever you want to call us today.
Oh, you back on me?
All right.
Yes.
When we talk about black people, what do we own as a whole?
Nothing.
So can we have the conversation of economics?
No.
No, not really.
So when you can't have the conversation of economics, what
How
do
am I
you?
You
gonna
bringing
find
rap?
something that's gonna?
Huh?
You
How-
bringing rap?
I
Rap
mean, that's
is
That's what you're.
Listen,
that's-
I think y'all
But that-
missing my
AP,
point. I
no.
know we're black. I know
Hold
we
on.
like music,
But I
and I
wanna
know
say
that's a way
something.
to get us
AP, hold
get
on.
our
Let me say
attention.
something
But
real
it just
quick.
feels like
I feel like
she don't
the
even
problem-
listen to these motherfuckers. She don't know these people.
yeah, but
She's
don't
using
know
these
that,
people.
though.
but when you're looking at the numbers, and the numbers say what I said earlier.
We know Obama know.
69%.
He got a playlist of the year every year.
69% of the voting population is over the age of 50. What are you going to do? Tell me. Give me.
To
tell
get
me
us
what
to
do you
vote?
do to get 50
To
and
get
under
the
to show
younger.
up to the poll? Tell me.
Have you?
Give them a free concert.
You could get them to come talk.
Do y'all not watch these
They're
TV
not
shows?
doing
I would love to hear. We heard Beyonce. I would love to hear Glorilla get up there and say some shit. I would love to hear Megan Thee
Talking bad
Stallion.
about Gorilla. Come on now.
I'm not talking bad about her.
I will
That's
though.
why she performed.
Why would you talk bad about
Because
Glorilla?
what
stay in your
Gorilla going to say
She-
that's going to
she
be
did what
politically
she
tied.
could.
And that's what I'm saying. Say
That's
something.
not the point, though. That's not the thing.
The point
She's
is to
bringing-
dangle some R&B and some rap to get to get the younger crowd
I'll be real with
attention
you.
to
But
vote.
that's
We'll be
okay,
real
that's
with
what
you.
both
That's literally
sides-
what it is,
That
though.
is what both sides are doing. Period. With
Both
the
sides
ads
and
that
both
you're
sides are doing
watching.
it. I agree.
And I feel like they're both doing it for the
Okay,
same
but my
exact
thing is
reason.
you have
So
a
why is it not okay for Donald Trump to do it, but it's okay
He
for Kamala
does
to do
it.
it?
Period.
Nobody.
No,
knows.
that
said
is
what you mean.
that's my thing.
Everybody has said he's wrong.
People.
Yeah,
The
but
fuck
no,
is
but
being
hold on.
used.
Let me just say this.
Hold on.
Amber Rose is
AP.
being the fuck used.
AP, let me say this.
Amber
real
Rose.
quick.
Yeah.
The issue with Donald Trump, and now on the face, yes, 100%. Ted Nugent performing at a Donald Trump rally is no different
It's crazy.
than Glorilla
It's the same
performing
shit.
at a
I
Kamala
No, I
Harris.
don't
It's
think
the
it's a
same
problem
shit.
on
Hold
each
on,
side.
hold on.
That's where I'm going at.
But the thing that happens is when you take a step back and look at the whole event, what's said in between the performances, what the performers are saying on stage, because Ted Nugent doesn't just go up there and do his set and then vote Trump 2024. He says we're gonna get all these illegals and we're gonna they go.
They said Puerto
Yeah, they
Ricans
go-
are not Americans.
Yeah, so they go into it. Now,
how
when
fucking dumb are
Glorilla
you?
and Cardi B and Meg go up there, they go up there talking about the woman's right to choose. Those songs,
Right.
Those songs are up there to galvanize the women vote because
That's a few.
Glorilla's song literally says, "If he don't want the baby, bitch, don't keep it home."
Look.
All right. So, and
You ain't
there
seen
is
that one
there
male
is a
before.
whole
I'm just
swath.
saying, Beyonce.
There's a whole swath of under 30s
Beyonce
that's
didn't
listening to that
perform.
every
Exactly.
day.
Exactly.
And then
She talked
cut
about
on the
these songs.
news and see that they
But
don't
that
have
was
the
her
right.
choice.
Exactly, but we heard what she said.
But that was
Exactly.
her choice.
But we heard what she said.
Okay, but there is certain things for certain audiences at the same
And
time.
it's there for
AP.
I don't
it's there
wanna
to push
see
policy.
You
my
don't want
bad.
to see that's
the
fine. So
other
don't
thing.
go to that one. Don't go to that conference.
I'm not-
go to the one that Beyonce is
I'm not
at.
going
Go,
to none of them.
That,
Yeah.
Exactly. You haven't
I
been.
think-
So
I'm
you
not-
don't
I
know
think
you
it's
don't know.
fair.
I'm telling you my perspective.
Kel, you ain't even voting.
I know I didn't.
Y'all both not voting.
I'm just saying,
Y'all
I didn't
both not
either.
voting. That's why I
But I
said
said I wasn't
that.
voting. I said I wasn't voting because I'm not educated on it. Kel's more educated on this shit than I am. But I'm saying is what it looks like to me as a person who
I
doesn't
wanna
vote.
say
And that if you're
something real
trying to get me to, if you're trying to get somebody who's not educated and has not voted to vote, I feel like having Glorilla up there with her army fatigue on, shaking that ass, is not going to get me to vote.
But here's the
Beyonce up there speaking why she should win as a president will probably get me to vote because she's
That's
making
fair.
it. She's saying it in a way where I can understand.
But here's
So
the
can
thing.
I-
Glorilla can say some shit in a way that I could understand versus getting up there performing her song that we all know.
But if
All due
Gorilla
respect,
is
but
not
all due
skilled,
respect, you're at a better conscious level than most people. that
Thank
try to
you.
go out.
And then also, how
You
much
have
So
to
you
appease
can't-
to different
you can't look it from your
audiences.
eye. I used to
I
look
told
through my
y'all
eyes
Donald
all
Trump
the
said
time.
in that interview
But you can't
he
look
was
through
going to
your
run
eyes.
Republican.
You got to look at the
For many
relationship
reasons.
level amongst that
Yes.
the balance of the people.
Because how many
and
more
it's not
people?
fair to say you don't do it just because you don't do it doesn't
Doesn't mean
people,
that other
I'm
people
just saying
don't.
my perspective. Everything looks
and
like
I agree with you.
everything looks like a show.
It is.
It all
is.
is.
I
And
am
that's
that.
like,
Yes,
this is
it is.
serious.
But what they-
Apparently.
No,
What they-
but that's
what-
the thing, though. The fact that it's all a show and it's supposed to be serious is what's the
But what-
craziest part.
That's what I'm
they were-
saying.
what they
That's
were
what
also-
I'm
what they were
saying.
also
I want to
telling
say
you was
one thing real
Okay.
quick. I've been trying to say this for the past 5 minutes. I honestly dislike the fact that a lot of people have an issue with the fact that she's putting a lot of black women in the spaces.
That's not what
because-
I'm saying.
I know, I'm not talking about you. I'm speaking in general. The fact that they don't care for the way that she's handling it. My view on it is people already immediately look at blackness as less than. So our culture, and just the way that we present ourselves, is not considered to be eloquent or as such because it's not the white man's. And my thing is she's given a space for it to finally have a moment of shine where it is in an office of seriousness so that it can be taken that way. Again, everybody sees shit differently. So I can't expect you to listen to Beyonce if you don't listen to her on a regular basis. Majority of these hoes are bopping Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla. I need you to come out here. If you're going to come for a free concert and I can sway your vote while you're here, kill two birds with one stone. You had an experience and you
So
learned
let me ask you a
something.
question. You ever went to a concert that had a setup of a number of artists, but you want to see one artist?
That's why you go for
After
that
you
time
see
slot.
that artist, what the fuck you gonna do?
You might leave.
You gonna get the fuck off.
That's
So
fine.
everything else makes zero sense.
That's
That
fine.
makes zero sense. That
That's
defeated
fine.
the whole purpose.
That's
so
it,
say, so
it
use
didn't-
use
it
that
didn't
use
defeat
that
the whole
use
purpose.
that
Check it out,
artist.
check it out, check it out, check it out. We're gonna let I want to let Sam get in on this.
Yeah.
Sam, go ahead.
No, I just so I thought about it like this. So what y'all both were saying, you know, I understand.
Both valid.
So to bring it to like a more open understanding. I don't know if y'all seen the thing where Obama said something to a bunch of young black men and a bunch of black men didn't like it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, they didn't like, because the way he talked to them was like, he basically told them, if you didn't vote for Kamala, you don't like Kamala, you don't like black women. He basically told them that.
Belittle them.
No, he said he basically let
You
them know,
don't
like,
like black women.
you know, basically.
Oh.
Now,
What?
to an
In so
extent,
many words.
to an extent, you kind of like it depends on how you feel. But for some people, it felt like they were basically like he was basically like shaming them in a sense, like, oh, you don't want to do. Okay, well, do you wrong for this? Like, you know, okay, you could have said it in a different way. My mother looked at me and she said, no, he knew what he was doing. He
knew exactly what he
you
was
talking about it, ain't you?
The reverse.
And so to the point of
Think-
to Kamala, it's like, you talking about it, ain't you?
Exactly.
And it's like you. So now if you say, well, what was the point? Okay, cool. Skip to after hour 30. Boom. Right then, in the last 30 minutes, they go Kamala. Right, Kamala, whatever you say. Okay, Harris.
Kamala.
They go Miss President Harris, Vice President Harris. There she is talking about what she's gonna do. You have Obama. There he is talking about, and he talks about it clearly what she wants to do and what she plans to do. So you can't say, oh, well, I don't want to say. Okay, cool. I don't see it either. My mama will be in there watching the whole thing, and I'd be like, cool. She up there now? Cool. And I'll sit down. When there's Donald Trump doing his debate, he has a bunch of crazy stuff going on, and then he goes on and Donald Trump even said in an interview, and it's verbatim when he says, I would run for
Donald Trump's more
Republican
entertaining
because
than Kamala
Republicans are, to his point, to his mindset, they are stupid. That's what he thinks. So imagine what he says, that he thinks that they're going to go for anyway, and he's going to do it. The same thing. It's kind of like with Kamala. She's like, cool, well, I'm going to say what I'm going to do, and it's probably going to be competent. It's going to make sense, but I got to get y'all in the room first. You're not going to want to waste your time just sitting here. You probably going to want to sit here the whole time if I have this person up here. These other people in here not going to like this, but you right there, one person's going to record.
And I feel that.
It's
But
kinda
what
like
I'm
one of those
saying is, some people may come to see Glorilla
Mhm.
and get the fuck on.
And that's
And
fair.
that's
fine.
happened with Beyonce.
And what's wrong with that?
So
Beyonce
what
did
did I
did
do?
exactly what you said.
It's counterproductive to
It's not necessarily counterproductive because they're still talking about the fact that they went there that day. They're still going to be talking about it.
So
Word
y'all
of mouth is still
missing-
enough.
hold on.
It's-
Talking about it and getting somebody to vote for
It's
it,
two different
it's
things.
two different things.
Two different things.
You're talking about a concert at this point.
There could be a
You don't
concert
just
at a
want
Donald
people to be
Trump rally
talking
and
about you. You
somebody
want
could
people
leave
to
after
vote
And I don't
vote for
disagree with
you.
you. I don't disagree with you, but I
So-
still have not had the answer of the question I asked.
What did you ask?
Okay, under 50, what do you do in that case to get put, like this right here, this platform right here?
I can answer that
is-
for you.
This platform right here is brilliant because
can
the
answer that
fact
for
is,
you.
This is your younger audience, and y'all talk about these topics, but then how do you get this platform out here to more people?
By getting that artist that people don't expect to even know about politics, like Cardi B. People swear she's fucking dumb, but she's very educated in this shit.
Her speech was very dope.
Okay.
I want
I
to
didn't get to hear her
understand.
whole
You
speech.
can practice a
I didn't
speech,
hear her
people.
speech, but she's very
You can
educated on
practice
what's
a
going on.
speech.
Her speech was
But
very dope.
people like getting people like Beyonce and Alicia Keys, your artists that you like. Even if Glorilla would have went up there and
said
said
something.
But if
some
that's
shit,
not her strong
but you gotta
suit.
let me. So she served a
Beyonce did that?
performance. She did exactly.
And people walked out as soon as she did it.
Let,
So
let
they
AP
come out
cook.
like
Let AP cook.
They
Let her
did
get the point out. Let her get the point out.
Can y'all get
Yes,
Hold
they
on.
did.
They did do that.
They walked out after
Because, I
Beyonce
mean,
did her
because
speech.
They did
they
walk
want her to perform.
Look at what y'all. You got Meg, you got Glorilla.
If Meg and Glorilla up there, people who you don't,
listen,
probably not Meg,
wait.
but Glorilla got up there and actually just said some shit because she's like one of the hottest right now. She just
They're going to leave after
Said-
she does her speech.
said some shit.
Listen to what I'm about to say though.
Then have the next hot artist say some shit. Then have the next hot artist
That's
say
not
some
what
shit.
they're watching
Getting
them
up
for.
there and watching a concert is fucking stupid.
So if
go
you-
watch a concert.
So if you were that hot artist,
You get to watch it for
would you
free,
get
though.
up there and say some shit?
yes,
You
that's
come
the whole
across.
point.
You come
What
across.
do
You
you
come.
know?
You come across
if I knew
artists.
something, I would say
But
something.
that's the thing, though. So
They didn't.
AP's
So
right
why
now.
So why the fuck are they there?
You
Because they
come across
support
artists.
you.
You
They're
come across
there
artists.
They there for
because
that bag.
even in the club,
They there for
we're
that bag.
fam.
We all
Okay?
fam.
Even
They
in the
there-
club.
all fam.
Even in the club,
That's,
we all fam.
that's exactly it. There you go.
That's
that
why.
ends the entire
And
conversation.
even
was-
in the
In the
club,
club, we all
motherfuckers
fam.
leave.
I want you to know. I want you
But
to know.
they still
You
made
come
their money
across.
that night.
You come
Somebody
across.
talking
How
about
many
that
artists do
that
you come across on a regular basis when you go perform somewhere? You come across a bunch of artists. I bet you can name about a couple of them off your hand where you like, I wouldn't let him come up there and say a speech regardless. It doesn't matter if
There's no artist I know.
Okay, cool. So imagine if I want Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion to go up there, and the people that we all know, like for instance, I don't really listen to them, and I respect them because they artists and everything. But that does not mean that I'm gonna respect their political stance. When Beyonce went up there and did exactly what you said she should have did, gave a speech, them people left right afterwards because she didn't perform, and they only came to watch her perform. But when Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion performed,
So what is happening there? You can endorse somebody on Instagram.
Answer this question then. Answer this question. If they never tried it, would we know?
Exactly. That's another.
No, we wouldn't.
Well,
but,
now we know.
But the
So
question.
now we know, right?
It does nothing.
But wait, the question is,
But
why
if
did
we
the
never
people-
tried, would we know?
The question is,
It
why
does
did the people
nothing.
come anyway?
Can I?
Did y'all
To
come?
In that
watch
case,
a
they
fucking
came,
concert.
they came for a concert, and I'm
That's
telling you,
what I'm saying.
I was at the DNC,
Yeah.
and watch this. There was a lot of people there at the DNC at the end because there was a promised concert from
Glorilla. So
I'm
I'm
talking about the
making some.
DNC.
So I'm making some
I'm
sense.
not talking about from the DNC.
Hold on.
It was a concert performed by B.
Mm-hmm.
B was supposed to
Beyonce?
perform. Beyonce was supposed to perform at the end.
Oh yeah, she was.
She was
her
supposed
and
to
Kelly
perform.
Rowland
And guess
came
what
out hand in
happened?
hand and gave a speech.
And that was it. And guess what? When they roll out there hand in hand and gave a speech, everybody walked out the building.
So let me ask you something. What does that say about? What does that say about her?
About who?
Are we?
What it says about
coming,
Beyonce
are
is-
no. Are we coming to support Kamala? Or are we coming here for a free concert?
Beyonce.
You want to be
No,
realistic?
watch
you want to be
this.
realistic? You wanna be
They were
honest?
there.
We coming from a
They
free
were there
concert?
to
Okay,
support
politics.
Kamala was primary one. They were there to support Kamala.
The artists?
You were talking about 3 hours.
You talking about the artists?
No,
No, he
Kamala.
said
They was,
Kamala.
they
No,
were
I'm saying
there.
the artists are there to support Kamala
Yeah.
or the
No,
people?
the people.
The
The
people
people.
that are
Oh, okay.
So the DNC is where all the Democrats across the
Yeah,
whole
and
West
you have a
come,
whole bunch of people
and we
who
all
make
vote.
speeches.
So we went through the voting process, and then at the end of the voting process, we hung around. We didn't have to hang around after we voted. We could.
Yeah, and
We
she was
hung
the only
around
one.
because the word was she was supposed to perform at the end. She didn't perform. The minute she said she wasn't performing,
Everybody left.
everybody got goes.
So
So,
that
can
just
I- can
proves
I-
my point. What
can-
the fuck are y'all performing for?
Can I ask y'all
Because
something real quick?
you have to try. You have to try it once. You have to try. If you
tried it.
never tried, then
And
you can never
even,
say you.
but
never
even
say it's good or
beyond that,
bad.
even beyond that, just
Perform
take
after
a
she wins.
just
Celebrate
take a
that.
step
They're
back.
going to do that.
Like, bro,
That's when you do it.
But
But,
everybody's
yo.
gonna show up for that because everybody's in the win-win column. Right
but y'all
now,
got to take
we're
a
in
step
the-
back
we're in the
and
other
look at
column.
what's happening. Whenever an artist performs for a candidate, that's them aligning with them.
Is this the first year they're doing that?
Whether or not they do or not, them just doing that and not saying anything else.
That is
that's-
their pledge
So
to
all
that
their
person.
fans are like, "Dang, she fuck with her. I might go fuck with her."
Exactly.
So you know.
So regardless, let me cook. I got you.
Go ahead.
So regardless of if they stay, if they show up for the concert and leave, or if they stay the whole time, they know in the back of their mind when I'm playing this song, this person
That's
rocks
gonna
with
be
that
aligned
candidate.
with that candidate.
Exactly.
That's it.
Word of mouth marketing.
That's it.
So-
And it's,
When I looked at TV on football, and I see those guys like the guy from San Francisco.
Call it
Nick
company.
Bosa.
He
put
had
it-
he had a
yeah.
hat on. My whole aura about Nick Bosa's changed.
That's it.
Because-
Just like
and he didn't do nothing but
But
get
have
in
the
front
hat
of
on.
the thing and had a hat on. Just like
So
just
why
like
they
they
couldn't
came and
just
said,
go put
I
on
rock
some
with
hats?
your team.
Yeah.
Why they gotta do such little shit though? Why
Why
can't
they
Wait,
gotta
what
do
was?
that?
Hold up, hold up. Hold up. What was the
That's
question?
what they want to do, but
What
I'm
was
saying
the
that's
question?
not-
Why couldn't they just have a hat?
What was the
I
question?
love
Okay,
She said, why couldn't they just have a
have a
hat?
hat.
Ooh.
Like,
Like, girl.
So I'm gonna kill this shit right now. Rihanna got on the internet and said she couldn't vote because she's not a citizen. But she said up there and said she's voted for who? Kamala. Rihanna fans are gonna do what? Probably vote for Kamala. She
Okay.
did that from the backseat of a fucking Suburban.
And then Glorilla did it by shaking her ass at a
But
conference.
And we
AP,
don't know. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
Same
I
effect.
can bet you ain't no fucking Glorilla hood bitches voting.
You don't know
Hood
that.
bitches
But
are not
that's
voting.
not true.
But
You don't know that.
but take
I've seen a
I
couple.
just love hood bitches.
I've seen a couple hot Cheeto girls. I've seen a couple hot Cheeto girls in line now.
Two hood bitches.
The same.
Them
But
bitches
at
ain't
the
vote.
same time,
Hey, that's
though,
them
that
too.
was the whole point of it all because that age
That's them
group
too.
is not voting.
But even also,
so to
but
get their attention and get them out there, you're gonna feed to the entertainment level
coulda
that
said
they're
that.
willing to
She
digest.
could have said that shit on
Check this out.
Instagram.
Check this out. So to the point that our guest is making, you have a dedicated group of people above 50 who you already have. You already have
They
them.
locked.
So why not
So wait,
get
wait,
fucking
wait,
Aretha
wait, wait,
Franklin
wait,
out there?
wait.
You don't
Because
need
you don't
need
listen,
Aretha
listen.
Franklin because they showing up to the
Because
polls
so
already.
what do you? So then, if you are trying to sway
wait.
If Kamala don't win, shaking that ass and did nothing.
Wait. If
If
you,
she did,
if,
No,
what?
it
Now what?
did because Sexy read the same shit for Donald.
But
She did.
nobody.
Yeah.
She did.
Okay, that's one out of how many people Kamala had?
You could say the same
It
thing for
doesn't
Kamala.
matter.
But I'm saying though, if
The dudes
Kamala
in the
don't
wrestling
win,
thing.
shaking that ass
They shaking ass anyway.
wait,
At least they did it for a good
just
cause.
hold on.
did nothing.
To the point. So, and I'm going to get to what you're saying right now. How do I galvanize a group of people who, like you said, they have no vested interest in this process?
At all.
They don't have property. They don't have. They're not.
get y'all saying.
Wait. So how do I get you to come out? I have to strike where you're interested in. If you don't have property, talking about property tax and splost, it's not going to get you.
You're going to sleep.
So where do you have your clout? Where do you have your interest? It's in culture. So that I'm going to try to affect your culture,
Correct.
in order to galvanize you to move. Wait. Now to your point, if it does work, do we say her ass shaking worked?
No.
So for you, it's a zero-sum game.
Well,
right?
I'm not. No,
So
it's not
it
just
doesn't
about
work.
me. It's for people who think like me. If
Then
there
that
are,
wasn't for y'all.
it's for the world. Everybody's
No, it's
voting.
not.
It's for the
I'll guarantee you,
US of A.
almost
It's
everybody in this room is like,
disrespectful.
I don't like it. Everybody, I guarantee you, almost everybody in this room can tell you right now, I really wouldn't say that was the thing to do. But to then also,
I was happy to see ass shaking on the presidential stage. I'm sorry.
You are an issue.
I grew up with tip drill, bro. I'm sorry.
But
It
I'm
was
just
a wonderful
saying-
thing.
I
will
didn't
be
even
quiet.
watch
I'm just saying,
Right.
Katie's
I didn't
going
watch
hard
it
because
either.
she's biased too. That
But-
was the right thing to do. I'm
It's not
biased
that I'm
too.
biased to it. I understand marketing.
And
Right.
that's
Yes.
And
and that's
understand-
fine.
and understand-
And that's
I
fine. You should
understand marketing
understand
and
how
promotion.
marketing can affect some people, and it's like, damn,
Yeah,
like,
it does, and that's
And
why we
understand,
have
millions of-
Beyonce at another
Millions
one.
of dollars was put into that marketing to see
I'm
what
pretty sure
candidate
Glorilla got
was
paid a pretty penny.
correct.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
not just her getting paid. Millions of dollars was put into that perspective.
There was a whole
saying,
team.
Who is the best person that we can put out there to attract anybody?
What are the points on
And
this?
I'm not
How
knocking
many
that.
points
Whether we
could
like
she-
it or not, I agree with you.
I'm not knocking that. What I'm
I
saying
hate the fact
is,
that she performed.
But he's 50 and up.
you do.
But I hate. I didn't
And me
watch
too.
it.
But-
I didn't watch it.
but that's not who
But-
she's
but
trying
watch
to
this.
get.
But watch this. Marketing was put into play to say, I need to figure out who can I put on that stage
That's
to
what-
shake that ass.
To shake that ass.
to get somebody to watch that
to get
TV.
the 19 to 25-year-olds to watch.
There was,
Yes.
watch this.
I don't think y'all
I'ma help you
are
out.
aware that I'm aware of that.
Since I'm gonna help you out more, there were some 50-year-olds who was watching Shaking That Ass
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Of course.
So and there were some 50-year-olds who wouldn't have voted. They voted because they was looking at that Shaking That Ass.
I wouldn't
too.
know that. All
So-
I'm saying is,
it-
why you shaking that ass?
perspective.
Explain to me why you shaking that ass for this president
They're
you want to
explaining
win.
to you why they're shaking their ass, while they're on that
They're
stage.
not.
They're not.
Making it
I
clear.
Glorilla-
don't understand that. That's a
Glorilla has a
translation word.
line
What's that?
that says,
Show ass.
if he don't want the baby, bitch, don't keep it hoe. That is woman's
There are a
bodily
plethora of
autonomy.
lies.
There is no stronger
party,
political
And then
statement
Megan
made
Thee
through
Stallion got her
music
song
So-
Plan B.
today,
So
this
let me
year,
ask you
than
this.
that.
So let me ask you
And
this.
then Megan got her song Plan B.
Let me
I mean, bruh.
let me ask y'all this. Can you talked to me about this earlier? Is that the only reason why y'all voting for Kamala? Because she's
It could be.
stopping or whatever abortion? Is that the only reason? That's the only reason why
Alright,
y'all
that is a
think
good
y'all
topic.
for shaking that
Let
ass?
Job cook.
Okay,
Job
so
got it.
check it
To
out.
be able to feed us delete us.
Yes.
That's why they shaking that ass so
It's
they can
not-
feed us
It's
delete
not
us.
that simple.
I'm about to show you.
It's
I'm
not
about
that
to show you-
simple.
I'm about to show you what you said earlier. You said earlier, I'm not going to vote because I'm not informed.
I'm not informed.
I just told you, if you don't want to watch Shaking Ass, skip the Shaking Ass. In the last 30 minutes, they're telling you about why you should vote for this person. And we just told
Are
you
they?
what. Yes.
No, are these
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. She's saying it's people.
Are the artists
people.
saying this?
No.
Are they saying it? That's what I'm saying.
Some
Are
of them
they saying
are.
it in a way where people
but-
like me who are not
Skip it.
informed can understand?
But
I don't
what I-
understand what the
Stressing
fuck
the
Kamala
wait,
is
wait.
saying out of her mouth. I'm not educated on none of that shit.
Hey,
I
check
don't
it out.
know
Check it
none
out.
of that
Check it out. Chart. You
But
got.
my
you
thing
got-
is,
okay.
what is it that they can tell you that Kamala isn't for it
They
to
can
be that
say
much
it in
of
a
a
way where I
difference?
can understand. It's just like if fucking T.I. talking to you, he would understand with his big word using ass. Versus Kodak
wow.
talking to somebody saying the same shit in Kodak language. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
But that
what
was
the
their
fuck-
way of telling you, if that nigga don't want the baby, delete his video.
That's it.
You keep talking about what else is Kamala fighting for?
I don't know, but that might be their only reason to vote for her.
And that's we need more than that.
No, it doesn't.
We do.
Sometimes you
Rent is
don't.
high, bitch. We need more of this
She talked about that too.
But we're talking about y'all talk about Glorilla lyrics.
She talks about price gouging on rent.
Let me just say. No. Hold up, bro. Hold up. You are cherry picking. AP, you cherry picking, my nigga. Yes, you are. You are. Hold on. Wait. Let me just be real. Let's just be real with my nigga real quick. Let me be real with my nigga. Hold up.
I ain't gonna fight.
Hold up. Let me be real with my nigga real quick. AP.
Check it out.
Right now.
Understand what I'm talking about.
Right now, you focused on Glorilla.
No, I'm
Hold
not.
on.
She's the main example.
Hear me out. That's what I'm saying. You focus on it. It's the main example. Yes, sir. That's the main example.
Megan Thee Stallion.
There was, besides that, how many other rallies she had, other instances where she was other places and had to appeal to those audiences?
Correct.
Even at that rally, Glorilla was only on stage for 5-10 minutes.
What they came to see.
Most people is on the internet.
Yeah. And those clips
most
clips went to the internet.
so
But let me
people-
cook. I got you.
Right.
Those clips went to the
Light
internet.
'em
Just
up.
to say that. But the issue, the thing is,
you
bro.
can talk to them. I can't.
Anyway, the thing is, when you're looking at, like they're saying, they're trying to galvanize somebody who's, we'll just say 30 and under.
I know.
Beyonce, hold on, hear me out. The Beyonce and the Beyonce speech, that's for you. That's your market. That's what resonates with you.
No, I need somebody my age.
Hear me out. She can't do that everywhere. She can't go to Atlanta.
Where was she at?
Hold on, I got you. She can't go to Atlanta and pull somebody who's just well versed in politics for everybody.
She pulled the Savannah State girl on stage.
But what she can do is she can pull a very hot artist that everyone relates to and get those people to come out. Now, she's not trying to get every single person who's there to vote for her. Donald Trump's not even doing that, bruh.
Nope.
Nobody's trying to get 100%.
There's power in numbers,
They're trying to
fam.
get enough.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's a
They're
percentage gap.
If there is an increase, it's a win. That's how they look at it. It's points. If I got a positive one here, it's a dub. I won.
Yep.
That's it. If I got a negative one, we're never doing that shit again.
So
But-
to piggyback what you just said, from the party's perspective, to answer that question right there, Georgia was down 2 points from where they needed to be at 3 weeks ago. What they did was they had an influx of events brought into Georgia to try to push that early vote in this area. How they know that is because they know it for early voting numbers. Early voting numbers said that we're at a slow percentage. So we got to influx that. And then they say, okay, well, what people are not showing up? Then they look at the fact that it's under 30 not showing up. At the whole time during early voting, that 50 and older crowd, they were steady in showing up where they needed to show up.
They're not
They
even
were
worried
increasing.
about them.
So they're not worried about. That's why they're not bringing Aretha Franklin.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, Patti LaBelle.
They're bringing Patti LaBelle.
I'm gonna say
Because they
this.
did that and
You know what I'm
lost.
saying?
I'm gonna say this and whatever the fuck. Using these artists to bait younger people to vote and getting them to vote without even knowing what the fuck they voting for, whether it's keep the baby or spit the bitch out, whatever you're talking about.
Spit it out.
It shows you're just trying to get a fucking vote. People don't even know what the fuck they're voting for. This bitch could be Satan. Like, we don't know this.
It's not
So-
debate.
Didn't have
So-
any
It is
of
a
this.
bait.
I'm a
It's
lean
literally
in-
a bunch of talking. What is marketing?
I'm a leaning at you
Marketing is
and
bait.
tell you.
No,
I'm a
it's
leaning
marketing
at
is
you.
understanding
I'm a
a
leaning at you. I'm
demographic.
looking at you.
Marketing is bait.
I'm looking at you. I don't disagree with
Okay.
anything you said.
Oh, thank you.
I don't
Nobody
think
is saying
nobody
you're
is
wrong.
disagreeing with
Disagree with
you
you saying.
on what you're
No.
saying.
No.
We're
We're
just
just-
saying.
we agree.
I'll pull out a
We
tip
agree
along.
with what you're saying.
We're just saying it's the
However,
bigger
we're
picture.
just saying marketing plays a part in that conversation,
does.
which I heard you say it does. And we agreeing with what you're saying. We're not disagreeing with what you're saying. All right? But you have to try different ways at trying to get younger people.
And that's
Because
fine.
younger people as a whole don't own houses, don't have taxes. You can have the women's right conversation. You can have those
'Cause
other
at that
little
point
minor
in time,
And the
it's
high
really
rent.
the
but
most
the high
important
rent
thing.
conversation.
I feel like people-
what's to you? But what I'm telling you, talking to people, not you, but your age bracket,
It ain't
that worked in a lot of those circles.
It did,
And
bro.
I'm not
But you
saying-
different,
watch
bro.
this. I can
That's
show
the
you
shit.
emails.
We be
sis.
different.
I can show you emails where I argued your very point to people in the Democratic Party of Georgia. I can show you emails where I said it's stupid to try to belittle younger people to that
Exactly.
level. I'm not disagreeing with you, sis, but it was what needed to be or had to be done because that was the only way you can do that in a mass way.
So
because everybody is not conscious like you. I mean, unfortunately, you want to call it blind vote.
They don't know anything about it. They're voting because they see people voting.
And watch
in
this.
That moment. Okay, it's the same fucking thing as Rihanna.
It is factual.
Exactly. Voting and you don't even know what you're voting for.
It is factual that younger people show up in the polls and do not have a clue of what they're voting for in most cases.
Because she had these lineups, they're going to do it.
Okay, and what about Trump's people?
It's not whether they're going to do it or not.
Exactly.
You hear what
so
we said earlier.
Same shit, but she's doing it a way where it's like...
It's not about whether we're going to do it or not. It's a point
Come on, niggas.
You want to increase them points. It's about points.
But they are.
Yeah.
And if you get 2 or 3 more points to show up, then that works in favor of us.
Can we be more concise here? Because
Please tell me.
Make it make sense.
Can we be more concise?
About?
Why would you vote for Kamala?
Why would
I vote for her?
I'm just saying.
Okay, so check it out.
Megan Glow told him to.
I've heard a lot of y'all, so check this out.
Go ahead.
Most people are a one issue voter.
Correct.
That is it.
Whatever affects.
So whatever that one thing is, all I have to do is appeal to that one thing.
Correct.
Yes.
So then I'm trying to find that one thing,
i.e. women's rights.
and get you. Now, why would I vote for Kamala?
It is, but that's the one.
Why would it may be I'm all about Gaza these days, but that might not be you. You might be
my
the
rent.
leader speaker. You might be my rent.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
How do I appeal to you? How do I get you in the room so you can hear my messaging? That's it.
What is her message?
So
If they leave
and some people their issue is identity politics.
Yeah.
Some issue is blackness.
Mm-hmm.
Some issue is womanness.
Taxes.
Immigration.
So then all I have to do, so some people only have to see that she is a black woman and nothing else she says, good, bad, or indifferent, is going to sway that vote.
Or she's a woman.
Same thing on the other side with Donald Trump. He white, he a man. They gonna vote for him.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She's a biracial woman, and all of this, she's not really black. Do you know how many biracial people she might be appealing to when y'all are saying she's not really black, and they're like, you know what? I feel her because y'all say that to me. And you know what I'm saying? I can't.
And that's the only reason.
You call me half a nigga.
Right.
But there's people out there that kind of sift through her history and showed that she wasn't black.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Until
Propaganda.
A lot of that with the birther thing and a lot of that
Propaganda.
So all that does is it's propaganda to sway you. And I'm gonna give you an example of how this works.
All of
right?
this is bait.
So you just said it wasn't
back in like
I said it
back in like
The entire
2015.
campaign is bait, if that's what we're gonna categorize it as.
Back in like 2015, 2016. Remember when that movie? What's the movie?
Campaign?
No. Back when the movie Birth of a Nation came out.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Right? Remember when Birth of a Nation came out? It was supposed to be this galvanizing movie, amazing. It was an independent movie that they were going to bring in. And all of a sudden, they bring up some issue with the man who wrote the movie and some past allegations of either rape or sexual assault or something like that. Something that had been adjudicated and done.
It was the actor and the guy.
The actor and the So,
I think it's Alan something. I think.
and so then what happened?
Nate.
Yeah.
As the movie came out and it was going to be this amazing movie that was going to help everybody have this conversation about race and about slavery and about reparations, this information got out. As soon as the movie flopped, it was immediately exposed that information was brought out to make the movie flop. It was the only reason. Because they didn't want people to be galvanized behind something. We had to disrupt. Mm-hmm. So when you start using talking points that haven't been vetted, that are created for you to ingest,
Correct.
The only thing you're doing is buying into the distraction machine. That's it. If I believe that just because the person that said it is somebody that I'm agreeable to and I don't vet him, I don't look at this information, I just go, well, I believe him, So,
but what if they show you and bring up birth certificates and all that stuff?
in this age,
pictures.
Again, it's the same thing with Obama, right?
I'm asking because if it was on the flip side, then everybody would just run with it. But since it's on the person that you bias against, and you're like, oh, that's lies.
Because okay, so then why would they do that? Because she's playing identity politics.
Yeah.
So then how do I disrupt her identity? By putting this in your face and saying this is the facts. You right here? All right, take it easy.
Bye.
See you later.
Safe.
Be safe.
By playing to okay, so they're voting for her because she's black. She's not black anymore. And then you go, she's not black. And then here's some paperwork. And then all of a sudden you just go, well,
I mean,
so you
don't
believe
really have to do that if her mom's is Indian and her dad is Jamaican Irish.
that's what they're saying to you, right?
That's what they say. I mean, we really don't know, but if that's what they saying.
So if that's what they're okay,
She hasn't came out and talked about it herself.
Yeah, is this
So she should
demeaning?
have to fucking clarify herself to y'all. I said I am what I am.
So and so then watch. So look how effective that is, because now you don't hear her politics. Now you don't hear any of the other things that she says she's gonna do.
So is that his marketing?
You haven't even heard the bad things.
No,
I think she has a horrible stance on Gaza, but you can't even hear that past. She's not black.
But I mean, the whole thing with that is, I mean, if you're not really black and people trying to search into what you're black or whatever, anyway, you shouldn't even be running on I'm black anyway. You shouldn't be running on I'm the best for the country. You shouldn't be running on I'm black.
Yes, that's a part of it, but considering the history of black people.
I mean,
I
Black people.
What you care about?
There's a lot of people that care that she's black.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong from watching.
I don't think you should be caring about if somebody is black, white, and
That's not
Irish.
the only reason.
But I can't lie though. In the moments of like watching her, do her debates and stuff, I don't really hear her much say that about herself or like her
She
being
don't really
that.
address it.
No, she doesn't say
Every time she's asked about it, she never addresses it.
Hold on. But I'm saying in the sense of what she's talking about, she just basically speaks on more so middle class and stuff. She don't really hit on race as much as y'all think she
Most
do.
people ain't
It's
middle
just
class.
But almost the same thing kind of with
You're tripping.
almost kind of the same thing with Obama. It's in the sense of he didn't really hit on race. It was just like, cool, y'all
You
did
are
it.
black,
So
so
whenever
I'm
he
gonna
talks
talk
about
about it.
anything that's not white, it's like, he's talking about black people. He's more so just
No, it's like 35.
hitting those little points and moments that we all talk about almost.
Hey, big guy, can you pull your
Or
microphone
no, it's
down?
like 50 to 70.
Pull your microphone down a little bit.
most-
No.
It's definitely 50.
Most people make
microphone
about
down?
35, 40,000
Pull
a
your
year.
microphone
Most
down.
35,
average
45 is
The
like
whole arm.
poverty
There you
line.
go. Yes, sir.
That's like poverty.
So to the point.
35, 40,000.
Answer this question then. Answer this question. Take away all the factors, right?
Take away all the factors.
Take away all the factors.
What factors?
Every factor there is.
Okay.
And you put Donald Trump and you put Kamala Harris in front of you without any factors, without any race conversation, any build conversations.
I think it should be like, whoa.
Who would you vote for?
Who would I vote for?
If you had to choose one person, you in a gunfight, and you had to choose one person to go in the room with you, who would you vote for?
I mean, Kamala did say she keep that thing on her.
So I got a point where I'm trying to make.
I have a
Who
gun.
would I go?
Who would you go for?
Who would I go with?
If you understood you was going into downtown Savannah and you had to have a fight with some people that you didn't know what you were fighting, who would you go with?
Maybe
I'ma
Donald
go
Trump,
with a
because he know how to
grown man.
dodge his
I'ma go with
sniper
Donald
too.
Trump.
All right. You're
So
going
you
to go
gonna
with
go
a
with Donald
78-year-old.
So you can go with the 78-year-old white man,
Downtown Savannah.
To downtown
the
Savannah.
downtown Savannah.
Historic Savannah.
I mean, it's not like
Historic Savannah.
it's not like either way.
Four black boys.
And you got to make a choice.
I gotta make a choice.
Yes.
No, it's your choice. I
And
can
if you-
bullshit you on it.
And dog, if you-
I can bullshit you on it,
But
but
dog, if you pick Donald Trump,
My
I'm
choice.
with it.
My choice would probably be Donald Trump.
Okay, I'm with it.
What was
You
the
answer
point?
my question.
What's-
No, you good.
What was the point of that question?
The point of the question is this: most black people would consciously pick whether you want to call her black or not.
Kamala,
Well, Kamala.
because she's
I see.
Because
I guess
they
I'm
relate-
different because I'm not going off of
I got
color.
you.
I'm going off of content of your character.
Well,
That
I'm
would
not
be
going.
the first thing. That's
All right.
That would be.
Grab my
the
pussy.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Nigga.
saying. I'm just saying that. Just,
Rob,
But
can you
remember I
give
told
me
you-
another reason? I'm sorry.
But-
Can we not do content of character?
I'm not-
Like just anything.
I'm not saying for nobody to jump. Y'all want that?
No, I feel it.
I
Yeah,
want
that's
that clear.
real.
That's fine.
I didn't say that.
That's fine.
I wanna be clear on that, yeah.
I'm a blue collar worker. I'm a welder. The amount of shit talking out here.
I got you.
And I always be talking shit.
That don't matter to me.
10-4.
You know what I'm saying?
But when I asked the question, I'm probably gonna
Drop
pick
over there smelling.
Kamala over him because I already know if you character.
That's crazy.
That's the last thing I would have said, baby bro.
I hear you.
That's the last thing because my thing is the history of his character has already been displayed.
But I mean, he'll tell
That
you
ain't even
himself.
Against niggas that look like you, and that's where the blackness comes in.
Talk about New York.
I mean,
He
could use all his fingers on his head.
It said Friday niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Central Park 5.
He wanted
He
them
said
boys.
fry him.
I actually read that. That would he didn't say. What he said was he was talking about criminals in general.
No, he put it in full page.
He put their pictures on a full
with
page
their pictures
in
on
New York.
It said they need to die
In New York City.
before they even got judged.
How I look at it, this is just how I look.
And
at it.
that's what I want, baby, bro. That's what I want,
Y'all can
baby.
judge me for whatever.
No, it's good conversation.
If I hear a case about XYZ people did this to something terrible to somebody, then that might be my first thought without knowing nothing. That may be my first thought.
I'm with you.
I'm not looking at
It's kind of hard to talk to y'all when y'all all respond at the same fucking time.
right? But if it's like that, I'm not going off of oh man, he want to do that to black kids and they ain't do XYZ. It's like
Have you read Project 2025?
this is what I know. He said he don't endorse that.
All right.
That's what he said. He said he don't endorse it.
What? I just need to ask. Why is everything Kamala says questioned? But then when Donald says something, it's like he said he wasn't. That's it.
Listen, I don't agree with 100% of what nobody say. I don't agree with 100% of shit that he said.
And you shouldn't.
I'm not saying that.
But I don't.
But we should for
I don't
haven't
agree.
said anything
I
against
didn't say
Donald
that
Trump
either.
yet.
I don't agree with what Kamala is trying to do. I don't. I
Let
really
me-
don't.
I don't.
Let me just square the question again.
$25,000 for first time home buyers. Only
Hold
thing
on.
people gonna do in the market is raise the prices up by $25,000.
I want to square the question again. Why is it that whenever Kamala has said something, has put policy out, it's just you've got to vet it, all of that. But when we bring up Project 2025,
He said
it's just he said. That's
he
it.
don't endorse it. That's what he said.
Wait. So the
But-
question,
in that
wait.
document,
Let me help you.
You got it.
So the question is, you're taking one person at their word
Thank you.
who has proven to be dishonest.
Numerous times.
And
Politicians
wait.
are
That's not
Okay.
that. Wait. Stop.
He said politicians are dishonest.
Wait. But that
You got it. Good. I just wanted to put a pin. You got it.
Yes, sir.
Like we getting
To
somewhere.
say that, and then to then immediately take him at his word. On top of he's a liar, but I believe him. She's a liar,
pumpkin
but I don't
pie.
believe her.
Now
The question is, what is your betting process?
You gotta put your faith on something. I mean,
So then, okay,
because by that logic, what you vote for Kamala for?
right. So that's
By that
I
logic,
could give you
Because she's
by that logic.
bring it back
because
on
she's not one.
Girl.
The main thing
I mean, she's keeping it
is
real.
she's not. She's hold on. Let me just say this. Hold on. She's not openly. I'm about to give you a reason. The main thing is she's not openly lying to me.
We don't know that.
Openly. She can't be lying. Cool. But she's tucking that shit off. Donald Trump has said, I'm not doing Project 2025, but then puts the guy who created it on his I want to say panel, but what's that, in his cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Then the other people that are also a part of Project 2025 are now saying, yeah, when Trump's president, we're gonna be in there. That's what we're doing. Then he surrounds himself with those people. If you saw Kamala Harris at a Diddy party and they showed a picture of it,
They said she was there.
but
Yeah,
if they
it's a
showed a
picture
picture of it, y'all have a picture. If they showed a picture of it,
I mean, maybe
you'd
she
be
just-
like, oh shit, he be with them niggas. He be with Project 2025 niggas.
So what? Okay, she be at Diddy parties. She like
Is
to
Dirk
get
gonna
fucked,
hang out
and
with
she
Quando
like
Rondo?
baby oil.
If Dirk with Quando Rondo, ain't that gonna kill the whole beef? Don't that look weird?
If what?
If Dirk pop out with
No,
Quando
it don't
Rondo,
look weird. Niggas is cool now.
you're tripping.
Dirk is in jail right now.
Come on, bro.
He is in jail, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
For trying to kill Quando.
Okay.
I don't have the same worldview. Kamala
I just think
Kamala
you're
with Diddy-
being.
Kamala with Diddy, she like baby oil. Cool.
That's not how you feel.
Rondo,
I don't feel like you're being
Donald
genuine.
Trump.
I swear to
Okay,
God,
but
I
then
am.
what about Donald Trump? Then if she
On
was
that
Diddy, she
island.
like baby oil, and then what about Donald Trump? He's hanging out with the same people that's written and endorsing the same shit that he's saying that he's not a part of. How is he not associated?
Just because she like baby oil don't mean she throwing parties to fucking throw baby oil on people.
She's participating though.
She's at the Diddy party.
I mean, that don't mean
Your girl don't get floor seats at the opening season game for no reason.
So my
That's all I'm saying. She don't get floor seats at the opening.
My question is, why vote for Kamala?
I mean, it's not one answer. It's gonna be multiple things.
That's
Okay.
without
No.
Without talking about Trump.
Without
Why would you
Okay.
I just simply
why
don't.
would you
If I was,
So,
if I was
without
voting,
talking
my
about
answer would be,
Trump,
I simply
without
don't
talking
want
about-
Trump
I think
now.
my tax bracket is protected with
Boom.
her first number one.
Yes.
One.
That's number one. Number two, I feel safer with her over Trump because I've already seen Trump for 4 years.
Exactly.
I've never seen Kamala in the position for 4 years. She was a vice president, which has no power except for power.
Told you she can't do
except for
shit.
power over the Senate. I got
That's
when
she's the president of the Senate.
No.
She's got power
Whenever
over the
she
Senate.
has to
And
do a
she's only-
tiebreaker.
and she's only had to do a tiebreaker maybe a couple of times. So
And that's it.
Once or twice. But she's
So-
the president of the Senate.
But that
correct.
that's
So those are the two pieces right there. Number one, and I will say my third one is the bonus where I feel safer with somebody who looks like me in that position.
What has he done to make you feel unsafe?
What has he done to make me feel unsafe?
Getting rid of the
Man, he
pandemic
almost took us to
protection
war.
plan.
I'm asking questions.
I know
That's
that
one.
you.
Okay,
so
and when I mean this, brother, I don't mean any.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm probably give less fuck than you do in life. So I want you to understand that.
it just be genuinely incredulous because it's
But
I've
I
seen
understand
it.
how to use the big words when I need to use the big words and not use the big words when I need to use the big words.
Use the big words.
No, I'm not gonna do that today.
No,
because
he
this-
can do the
I
big
like
words.
it.
He relaxed.
So no, so
I can be-
So check it out. Here's a turn off
small
for Trump,
diction.
right? And I know like
Turn off.
Good
I'm
lord.
not
Hey,
asking
Siri.
about Trump, Josh.
you talking about
asking about
Kamala.
Translator.
Talking
So
about Kamala.
Kamala, so with Kamala, you have somebody, and here's the theory. There's the running theory. You have somebody who you believe is more pliable to her constituents, right? Somebody who's not so hard-lined, affected by
Correct.
donors and AIPAC that public opinion can sway her. And that's what you want. You want somebody
Who will listen to the people.
is reactive to the people who put her in office. Trump is going to do what Trump is going to do.
Regardless.
Period. That is it.
That's how people.
So
fuck
you're
with
just going to be on the whatever end of the
And
stick
that's the
you
reason
end
why
up
a lot
on.
of people. I agree with
It's
you.
the
You,
truth.
you see what I'm saying? So the belief system is you have somebody who's more pliable, and this is, I want to say, for a lot of people, a defensive vote. We're trying to defend against a rolling towards fascism, a rolling towards a consolidation of power towards the presidency, towards this singularity that once we could put it all in his hands, then it's only one domino we got to knock over in order to affect every other thing that we want done.
Y'all agree with putting tampons in boys' bathrooms?
Oh no.
What the
Y'all,
fuck?
y'all agree with putting urinals in women's bathrooms?
I just feel like it needs
Hold
to be
on.
a family.
I believe society has shifted to the point of just instead of having men-women bathrooms,
Just a
have
unisex
uniform. Just have
So
uniform
that this is
That's-
what this is
but
what I
uniform bathroom,
But
a
how
toilet,
does that
a
fit-
toilet
how does
where
the
if a
women feel
woman wants to
about
go in
that?
there,
What-
So
look,
you
look,
America
you
is
mean where
literally
both
the only
sexes
country.
together in one bathroom?
Let me tell
America
you
is
something.
literally-
not at the same
Please go
time.
ahead, because I was finna use
like
your
a
point.
family.
yeah.
There being a family restroom
family restaurant
option.
bathroom.
No. In other
What?
countries,
There are, though.
Hold on, wait.
countries, they have unisex bathrooms. When we went to when we went overseas, we went
That's
to an airport in
problem.
Ireland. They don't have separate bathrooms. They just have bathrooms.
What the fuck is
so,
Canada
and when we
doing?
went there, they had to shut down a section of the
Uniform.
airport and then make it so there's a male
be
and
Canada.
female bathroom for us.
You don't-
We're the ones that
Over-sexualize
over sexualize everything.
It's like we're the ones without free
don't have
healthcare.
that issue.
Yo, we only 50 years removed from having where it was black and
Yeah,
white
segregated.
bathrooms,
Yeah.
segregated
Right.
bathrooms.
Well, wait,
what was the
well,
purpose in that?
Not even that long
would it
ago,
being
just
like
like
that, don't
crazy.
you think it would be
That's
more
not
safe
like-
for a female?
And that's
to have
not
their
a
own
long
bathroom?
time ago.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Because they
Well,
don't.
would it being over sexualized like that? Wouldn't it be safer
We're
for
so what you're doing is you're putting putting the American politic and the American mind on them and saying they must be like us and they must be raping in bathrooms.
Yep.
And that's not what Ireland is doing. They're just going to the
fucking
bathroom.
I don't care about Ireland.
Go to
we are over-civilized.
in America. Go to Starbucks. Starbucks doesn't have a male bathroom, female bathroom. They have both genders on it.
But isn't it one stall though?
One stall in it?
It's one stall.
So
and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
When you got 8 urinals lined up.
But I'm not asking you to put 8 urinals and make it unisex. I'm saying single urinals where you go in there and you have it.
So
that's the thing, Rob.
What is Kamala doing? Is Kamala trying to make this a thing?
No, but I was just trying to.
It is weird. That's the thing. It's a weird thing. That's like whenever that talking point is brought up, everyone's like, no, we're not saying that's just weird. We're just saying do this. Have that option for people. We're not saying there needs to be a men bathroom with women accommodations. There needs to be a woman bathroom with men. No, there needs to be something for everybody. So even if you want a bathroom to where you feel like, oh, I'm not in here just because I'm a woman, or I'm in here just because I'm a man. You got that option. Shut the fuck up.
And
you know what I'm saying?
We're already working toward that because if you go to most new constructions, most new constructions are already doing that separation in bathrooms like that.
And that's it. When you go to a big area like a football stadium or something like that, those have already been built. It's old. So that's where they come in, like disabled people or people who are who view themselves differently. That's where they have we don't have accommodations. This shit's 30 years old, bro. You gonna have to
do all that.
But that's not, you know what I'm saying? But whenever it comes back around, they're gonna have that stuff. There's like the newer ones, like the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. There's an option because it's not the majority of people that are uncomfortable.
And I feel like that argument is only made to make the conversation uncomfortable.
Correct.
Yeah, and
that's the only reason why people argue. Oh, we're gonna make men use.
We're gonna put urinals in the female bathroom.
That's for female safety, is it not?
No, okay, you're missing my point. What I said was people argue that point to make the conversation uncomfortable when the clear solution is to have a unisex bathroom, aka a family bathroom, which we already have here. Just make it more public and put more in more areas so everybody can feel
I bet everywhere I go, there's a family bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the other thing I want to say about
again, that's
the reason I'm gonna vote for
there.
Kamala, I'm gonna say is women's rights to choose, and it's not about abortions.
No.
It's about if someone is about to have a baby and they have to make a decision on whether to save the mother's life or the baby's life.
I feel it.
That's taken away from them. They have to say
both parties agree on that.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. No, they do not. They literally just.
I'm not on you for that.
He literally said
Donald Trump.
It happened while he was in.
But you're saying you're doing it again to where you saying he said something, but he signed the abortion
into Roe v. Wade not while he was in office.
Yes.
Like what the fuck? So how?
And the thing is, he's whenever he said.
The Roe v. Wade case wasn't originally about abortion, but they used it to fight that case.
But what was the case?
I have a question.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm not finna try and feed into that. We're talking about abortion. What does that matter?
That's a goalpost, but you moving goalposts.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
How I'm moving the goalposts?
Because you're trying to ask me about a situation. Because that was what was used to correlate to that
said
topic.
woman's
what
rights.
the fuck that has to do with it is
Woman's
not attached.
rights.
Oh, he was explaining to me what Roe
v. Wade
what the shit
was
was.
basically about privacy, was it not?
I guess.
I did it, I guess. You have to know what
You talking about the
I don't remember right now off the top of my head.
McCorvey.
You talking about the original Roe v. Wade?
Norma McCorvey.
I don't want to be wrong.
It was about
privacy.
And it got morphed into something different because it was about privacy originally because you got to think about the nature of the country when Roe v. Wade was around.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not answering that question.
I don't take this, ladies, don't take this personal.
Do what you do.
But women had a place back then that time.
I'm Steve in my heart.
And it was different that time then than it is now.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't she trying to have an abortion at like 24 weeks?
She was
32 weeks or something like that? Like real late?
Yes.
And that, I mean,
but watch this. You can't fast forward to 2024 and quantify how we thought back then to how we think now. Because it's a whole different thought process.
And the thing I'm even saying,
they changed it. It's no more Roe v.
It's gone.
No, I know that, but I'm saying that they so you saying it was one thing.
It was more about privacy.
What they did with Roe v. Wade, they
used it as a buffer.
What they did with it was they put it in the states to make the decision.
Yeah.
So now each state can make the decision as far as.
So basically, what he did, he got the federal government.
So that's what I'm
he
about,
took the federal government off.
So that's what I'm about to ask you. Georgia, abortion is no fetus deletus.
Any Republican state.
But Florida.
Florida is still.
Nah, Florida, you can't.
You can't?
I don't think so.
I think somebody said in
After a certain
California.
After a certain point.
I'm going to repeat the statement.
No, and I don't.
No.
Every Republican state.
Every
red state.
Every red state.
I heard you on that, but I'm saying was if he signed off this, that's why I'm confused at. This is why I'm uneducated at. What was the purpose of him signing off on something to give them the permission to like ban that shit, or like if each state can choose what the fuck they want to do? Like, what was the point of even having him sign anything?
That's just how the system
because
works.
that's how the system works. They downgrade power from the federal level to the state level.
Yeah.
And by downgrading power to the state level, those 38
gives more
states.
So are you saying even if he didn't sign on it, states can decide that?
Yeah, states decide on whether they can have abortions or not.
So if Georgia wanted to be like, run it back,
it's not going to happen because it's a Republican state. Republican states are not going to go against what Trump said.
So is Georgia
even though
completely abortion state?
Even
no
though
abortion.
No abortion at all.
It is?
Abortion at all.
Oh, crazy.
No exceptions. To rape, incest, the life of the mother, the life of the
I told
baby.
you earlier, like even if you have like, so if you're from here and you have a Georgia license, you go to California and you think you better get an abortion. That somebody told me that like you can't. They told me you can't because you have a Georgia.
No.
You can't.
Here's the fucked up part. You can, but then Georgia can take you to court as a homicide a homicide for doing that.
And then not even just that. If you have a miscarriage
and
you cannot prove that you had a miscarriage, you're going to jail for homicide. That is why it is women rights. AP, it's fucking abortion for real. It's just
I know that, but I'm saying there's more to
yes,
this U.S. of A than abortion. So I'm saying
yes,
hold on.
So what I'm saying is other than abortion
we
rights,
all agree,
what else
baby.
are y'all
I do not agree with that. I'm sorry.
There is
I just
more
gotta,
to it, but
no.
You were saying earlier
I don't agree that there's more.
It is more to
it. It's more
I'm
to
not
it, but
I'm not
some
going to
people
talk about it here,
can be everything.
but it is more to it.
I just want to say. I just got to say
Well,
this.
there's a lot more
because I need y'all to hear this. We went through.
It's more to it, not in that regard.
We went through 2 world wars
because that's what everybody's making
where the draft was enacted.
President, so I can
look. So there are a bunch of issues, and there are a bunch of tiers to these issues, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Y'all not ready to hear. Let me just real quick, John.
Go ahead.
Come on,
we had 2 world wars where the draft was enacted. All right. There is generations where it was people just out fucking to build the population back up. The baby boomers.
Leaning toward it.
We are familiar with that. Everyone knows the baby boomers.
Mm-hmm.
Not too long ago. The baby boomers is the generation after World War II, where they just
60 plus.
Yeah,
just had a whole bunch of
they just had because the population had to be replaced because we sent everybody off to war. They had everyone who was over 18.
Uneducated in history. I'm the only thing I know about is Pearl Harbor. That's my favorite movie. That's my favorite movie. That's the only thing I know about. Other than that,
I gotta say this. Whenever Donald Trump was in office, they were talking about the replacement rate.
Correct.
And the replacement rate is.
I don't even have to talk. You're going to give me that.
I got you, bro. The replacement rate is how fast can we replace someone dying so that our population stays at a certain level so we can make money, people can work, money's flowing through the economy, life's happening, all this shit.
Correct.
The replacement rate is why motherfuckers is talking about abortion. And the other side to it is because there has been a steady decrease in the birth rates of white women. Black women have always been at risk. And that is one of the primary reasons I'm like, no, women need to be able to choose, because even when they were able to choose, black women were dying at a much higher disproportionate rate. And you still are. And black men too, because they view us as they can take pain, it's whatever. But that replacement rate and the military complex of America is why why this abortion issue is a big topic, because they're not saying, they're not talking about childcare. They're not talking about all the stuff that happens after the kid comes. They're only talking about getting that person into the population.
But my thing is when it comes to that,
It going in that one.
getting pregnant, like.
Robert, please don't say nothing that's like.
I'm not about to say nothing that's out the way.
All right.
Not at all.
Okay.
Like, I think people need to do a better job of protecting themselves.
Yeah, which is true.
People need to start wearing condoms.
You mean like
but
condoms?
are they 100%?
No.
Huh? I mean, they not 100%.
But that's the
But then you
issue.
have
That's
people-
the thing. There's if you
I'm not
they're trying
to get rid of abortion. We'll lower the number down a whole lot.
No, look, hear
Would
me
you
out.
not agree with that?
Hear me out.
I feel like
I think it's sensationalized how much it happens.
It shouldn't be happening like that.
I don't think it should happen as much as they
coming out
say it
using
does.
UID, holding
But
a
the
little
the issue is it needs to be an option that people can choose. I
don't disagree with you.
No.
If you want to do that, do that.
But the issue is like abortion is one thing, bro. But they're talking IVF, which is in vitro fertilization, which is another way for people to get pregnant. They're talking birth control.
Yeah, they're
getting out
taking
of
that
there.
away.
The
Yeah.
day after pill.
Mhm.
All
Yes.
that.
Is this Project 2025?
No, this is the
In
Republican
general.
platform.
Wrap
This is
it the fuck
2025 is, of course, they're
That's if
taking
they
that
gonna
too.
let y'all have that.
But the Republican
Get rid
states
of
are like,
condoms is
no,
crazy.
this is the next
They
step.
might not,
This
'cause
is the
that's a
next
man's
thing we
thing.
need to do.
That's for
So-
STDs and shit.
It's just so much more than just abortion. Like an abortion is like,
You got
I'm
a
gonna
daughter?
be.
You got a daughter?
Yeah, I got a daughter.
Oh, I feel you.
Right? Yeah, but I'm gonna be 100%. Abortion for me it's sad. You know what I'm saying? But like,
which is sadder.
the economy is crazy. You know what I'm saying? The way shit is set up, like you could raise a kid, send them off to school, and they get shot at school. And
Or
then
they can do the shooting.
I got you.
Why we not talking more about economy and why we talking more
No,
about abortion?
because that's the propaganda. Like if we talk about
And because it's effective to get
exactly.
votes.
More conversation.
This is going to get
would
you
you
to
say
vote.
this, Rob? Would you say the Republican base? I'm not saying you're a Republican or any of that. I'm just saying like looking
classify as anything?
at it. Would you say that? Hold on, let me just
more
cook.
with them.
If you would you say the Republican base is more evangelical, more like Christian centered, more religious? So whenever you hear them talk about the abortion topic, they talk about the sanctity of life and this baby was a blessing. And whenever they say, well,
Can't
what
tell
if
me what the fuck
it's
blessing
a 12-year-old and her stepfather raped her? Well, that baby's still a blessing.
How?
That's what they say. So that's why abortion is such an issue, because it's never about, okay, well, what about like the kids who are in the system? What about the kids who, you know, are on welfare or the DFACS
Getting
cases that
sold
go
to Diddy.
unanswered? Like, how come DFACS isn't funded
I mean,
like that?
it's a lot of stuff that's weird. Like they sell newborns. If you wanted to adopt them, they sell them for $40,000.
Yeah.
That's also weird as fuck.
They sell
Yeah, it
kids
is.
to
That's
Diddy.
weird.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of this stuff is weird.
But what
Did you
I'm
see that
saying
they were
is,
comparing-
it's still the issues that need to be talked about are sidelined because they bring up the emotional ones to get you to
They
talk,
bring the fights.
to get you to be like, oh, well, you're this and that. Well, you're this and that.
They're
'Cause,
hitting
bruh,
y'all with an offensive play while y'all
at the
is
end of the
confused as
day,
fuck,
the
not even
abortion
realizing y'all
issue
playing football.
is not going to affect everyone's day to day. That's only if you're having sex and you having it regularly, leaving that motherfucker in, whatever. That's only if you getting it in. But
Abortion
I
issue
just-
wouldn't affect me.
I just
Right?
I
And,
just
like,
think-
the married
I think
month,
it's-
all that shit.
I think it's super weird that
You said
got-
it wouldn't affect you?
That Kamala's going to
Directly
churches.
wouldn't affect me because I'm married. I'm not planning on doing anything outside marriage.
Well, let's
I'm
say
not having
if you
any
was
kids.
planning to have a baby and she was pregnant and was just like, she just didn't want to be with you and you wanted
we
the
gonna
baby.
keep the child. I mean,
But what if
I'm
she
not
just
gonna-
go and be like, nah?
Then she did it,
But you're not gonna be affected.
but I didn't do it.
But you're not gonna be affected.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm saying like mentally, like, damn, you just killed my kid.
I'll be mad, but I'm not affected because she did it.
If you mad, you affected.
I mean, if you want to put the
You
technicality
emotional.
behind it, then yes, I'm affected technically speaking. However, I'm not going to be the one who
Has to say so?
promotes it or
promote?
says it.
Oh, really?
Or says it because my thing is, if you do it, if you do the do, that's what the
You're
do is
signing
for.
up for it.
yeah, that's only you. Yeah.
And watch this. I got a 12-year-old. I ain't got no other kids. So I obviously
daughter?
understood a male.
Oh.
I obviously understand what to do when you do the do.
Mm-hmm. We took by. We know.
Sometimes people just get got.
Yeah, well, in those cases of
you would've
accidents,
you would've
there's
been
nothing you
got
can
caught if you
do.
wasn't.
But I mean,
Being a hussy.
but watch
Don't call
this.
me no hussy.
I didn't
If-
say it was you.
I'm
I was just
saying
saying
it
some
is,
people are.
because
hussies.
I can deliberately tell you.
It happened. But I'm not
But
going.
if you
I'm
don't
not
know
gonna,
about it, what is it?
then I don't know about it.
And what about the women that don't know about their
That's what I'm saying.
pregnancies?
The women, yeah, like
Yeah.
I didn't know I was pregnant for a whole month.
Well, you're not gonna know. It's the first trimester.
Yep.
No,
But that's the
no,
thing,
I'm saying when I
though.
peed on the stick,
Yeah.
that motherfucker came out 2 lines immediately. I didn't have to
Oh,
wait for
wow.
a motherfucker. I was pregnant.
But that's even part of, that's even
found
more
out
part
on
of the
St.
problem.
Patrick's Day we was supposed to get fucking.
Oh, good thing you took it in.
Well, you had a question. You knew something was up.
No, I didn't know anything.
Why'd you pee
You
on the
had to know
stick?
something.
Because he
Why'd
told
you
me
do the stick?
Because he told you.
Because he
to.
said, he asked me, where's your cycle? I said, oh, that motherfucker coming.
He knew. So
He
that's
knew.
the thing.
That's what I'm saying. I got. I didn't know. He knew. I didn't know.
No, that is scary. A
that's-
nigga
but that's what I'm
say
saying.
that's scary.
That's like that shit.
Well,
What
I
happened?
didn't-
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so
Like, what
what
the
happens
fuck?
then?
I need something a little harder than Fanta Orange right now.
Yeah. After that one. Hey, that's crazy.
Like,
So that's
but
what I'm
that
saying.
happens though. Like, it deliberately happens. You don't say nothing. She can't do anything, and now you're stuck
Well, at
because
the
you
time,
trusted somebody.
It was literally, I got to about 4 months, and then a month after that, 5 months, that's when the shit kicked in.
Okay.
Was y'all
So-
wearing
so you
check-
was well into your second
really
trimester
don't.
before.
So then check it out. So
Y'all
then that may be your issue. So imagine how effective it would be if
I had that
Kamala
decision.
could have got you to go to this concert, whoever she put in front of you,
No, I could have did it.
and then bring out and then come out and go, I want to talk about your rights as a female, and she done entertained you, wined and dined you,
Not butter me up.
and then
Yeah.
turn
And what-
around
and what's
Now she
the name of
raised
the
me
song?
up.
turn around and hit
What's
you
the name of
right
the
in
song?
your
They-
issue.
Is it
The artist.
TGIF? Is that TGIF? Where she
What
from?
song?
Who was the one that
Glorilla.
performed at the
7 p.m.
Gorilla?
Friday.
7 p.m.
It's
Friday?
95
That's what it is.
degrees.
Hey.
I ain't got no nigga,
And
no nigga
ain't got me. I'm about to
Is that the bitch Don't Keep It, ho? That's the one?
with me.
Hmm?
I don't
Who's the
know
one you don't want the
rest,
baby?
but
I
love
think it's
her
Don't Keep It.
cadence. Yeah.
I think that's the one. I think Don't Keep It. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I'm looking at you,
I'm with
Rob.
you.
my show.
I don't have no
Nigga.
idea.
I don't know where she performed at. I didn't pay no attention.
idea.
I just love
Was
that
it
they had the
Texas?
opportunity.
Did they do all that at the same time?
No idea.
Oh,
No,
no,
that
she's
wasn't
from Tennessee.
Texas. Yeah, it was probably Tennessee. It wasn't
from
Texas.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Wait, they had her shaking her ass in Tennessee?
Yeah.
That's what she from.
Memphis.
Oh, okay. Well, they never. That's her home state. What the fuck you expect her to do?
So
I
okay,
mean,
I
say
want to
so.
bring it back in, man. It's been dope.
All
This
right,
has been an
bro.
amazing conversation.
I love it.
So here we are.
hearing her.
I want to talk about Savannah. Our last little few minutes, I really want to talk about local politics. What are your feelings on sort of we're watching the gentrification happen. We're watching the remodeling of downtown. We're watching so many things happen that are catering to the tourism, that is catering to
The college.
Just say it.
the colleges, SCAD, all these other things.
Not the
It looks
colleges.
The
Scam.
college. I said
Right,
the college.
Right.
I said the college.
'Cause I don't know
Savannah
last
State is
time
a
Savannah-
university. So
I
there's
don't know
only
the
one
last
of them.
time they got some.
So here we are. We're watching, and I remember I asked you this.
infiltrating that motherfucker.
I remember I inboxed you. I watched you, and you were making a statement about voting and stuff like this. This is a few years ago, and I said, to me, it looks like they are trying to dilute Savannah. It looks like they're trying to bring in outside influence and move a lot of people out. There are a lot of people born and raised in Savannah that now can't afford to live here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of these dilapidated homes are being given to outside forces as investment properties. And it feels as though, and I could be wrong, that we're losing the face of Savannah in order to y'all are over here. Wow.
You heard the noise, right?
Yeah, I did. Goodness gracious.
You are.
How are your feelings on the apparent reshaping of Savannah?
So if you look at it, it's not just Savannah. It's every major city across America. And if you go back to when it really happened, and I got my theories about the
Like
census.
2015.
I know it's way back further than that. You got the
Really?
census. You have COVID.
Yeah, the COVID census.
All these things right here
Nick.
played a major part into it because if you looked at it, Donald Trump, and I hate to put that conversation out there, but Donald Trump had them stop the census 30 days early because if it would have went any further, we would have showed that white America in Georgia is the major minority, not the major majority in the state of Georgia.
The only thing
And
that
what
makes
that
it seem
does-
that way is the district line.
Correct. And what that does is that holds hostage as far as distribution of funds. Distribution of funds. And so what that means is I'll use McIntosh County, for example. McIntosh County, because they stopped 30 days early, they were undercounted by 14,000 votes, 14,000 people. By being undercounted by 14,000 people, there's a dollar amount attached to every person. So that means McIntosh County loses I'll say $1 for $10 for per person. So they'll lose $130,000 on average per month as far as resources coming from federal government because they didn't get the full count of what needs to happen.
So now they're underfunded.
Now, to answer your question earlier, what you said earlier, it doesn't matter who's in the federal government because the federal government, watch this, federal government issues that $1 million to the state. If the state is a Republican state, they're going to make sure that the Republican counties get that money first. Okay, now that money matriculates down to the Republican county, and this is Democrat and Republican, so I want to make sure it's understood I'm not being biased.
No, go ahead.
Then that Republican county sends that money, the Republican state sends the money to the Republican counties. Now the Republican county, like in Chatham County, is a Democratic county. They distribute the money to where they need. Now in Chatham County, it's not going to be a big deal because whatever money Chatham County gets, they're going to make sure Democrat communities get the money. But let's go to Effingham or Bryan County. Both of those are Republican counties. That money is going to be distributed into certain communities of Bryan County, Effingham County that are not like us. So
they not like
in effort, the federal government could be trying to do good for the United States of America, but it matriculates down to a Republican state and it matriculates down to a Republican county. And in the same conversation can be said in reverse in Texas, where federal, they don't give as much money to Texas because Texas is a Republican state. And then that money doesn't matriculate down to the counties because it's a Republican state. So the opposite can actually happen. And a lot of people don't look at it. Remember we talked about how national politics affect. This is how national politics coexist with state politics and federal politics. So I say all that to answer your question. I said, we got to, and I agree with you. I'm conservative on a lot of issues, a lot of factual issues out there, and I get beat up. I know, pull it close. I got you, brother. I get beat up on a lot. I get beat up on a lot of issues because I have conservative values. I have very conservative values, but I want you to understand that we come from a people of conservative values. So I don't beat up anybody who has conservative viewpoints. The one thing I want you, and I'm picking on you, brother, and then nothing negative when I say this, and I do it because of love. I want you to not just look at the environments right here where we're local. I need you to dwell out there into the rural Ruby communities, where these jokers jokers have these hats on, and they call you a nigger, and they spit at you, and they burn down boxes and stuff like that, because you have those issues out there in rural Georgia. You have issues of intimidation that I deal with on a regular basis, where they tell you. Today I had to be on a phone call because it was a county in the 1st Congressional District. They were telling, nigga, if you vote, we gonna kill your ass. And this is America 2024. This ain't America 2020. Right. So this happens amongst the Republicans. Now, are we having our issues with the Democratic Party? Yes. I think we have gotten too aligned to, and I'm not homophobic by far, but we've aligned ourselves too much, aligned with the LGBTQ community. And we've abandoned the black community that has been, in your opinion, and I agree with you, we've been using relationship conversations with black people to have us under control. So I don't disagree, and I fight these opinions. But this is the problem I have, and this is why I need your help. My problem I have is I'm the only nigga in the damn room fighting on behalf of black people, whether it be right or wrong. Because guess what's happened? The older guard has abandoned the mission. The younger guard hasn't stepped up to the mission. And so I sit in between. I got to deal with the old folk who's still around, and I got to deal with the young folk who don't want to be around. So this is the conversation, and I'm being real hardcore open about this conversation because I have conversations of our bylaws, the Democratic Party bylaws, where it's slated to deal with urban communities like Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. It gives all the power to Metro Atlanta. Chatham is okay because we're big enough county to be able to get some of those resources. But all these rural black people in these rural ruby red areas, they have to deal with racism every damn day. You see what I'm saying? And once again, I grew up here. So I know the Republicans and I know the Democrats in Chatham County. I know the Republicans in Effingham County because I used to be a county commissioner. I used to have to negotiate with those guys on the county level. And believe it or not, we negotiated on the county level with county to county.
Yep.
Because we share resources in Effingham and we share resources in Bryan County. And you know what Effingham and Bryan County are? They're what you call bedroom communities. You know what that means? A bedroom community is where I work in Chatham County and I take my money to Effingham and Bryan County. So what that ultimately affects is, guess who? Black people. Yep. So when we talked about what you talking about with scarcity of black people and taking away what we need, gentrifying the community, yes, it's real. It's happening here. But how are they gentrifying? They understand, and watch this, if you ever look at them old movies, they understand when we own property, when we own shit, it's harder to get rid of us when we own shit.
They doing that on State
And
Street.
the problem with us is we have not taught your generation to own shit.
Yeah, we've been renting.
Y'all been renting forever. And my thing is, I've been a problem with that too. Because when I was younger, I was younger in my 20s. I owned shit not because I knew. I just owned shit because it was just easy to own shit back then.
It seems harder to own stuff now.
But why you think it's harder to own shit now?
We ain't got no money. We're not making no money.
No, for the exact reason.
There is a way for you to own shit, but the problem with y'all is y'all won't do it. Y'all want to live in Savannah. If you take your time and go out to these rural areas, you can own property in these rural areas because it's still cheap enough for you to be able to do it. And watch this. It is also efficient for y'all to actually go into these rural areas and set up because you know why? That's where the resources are needed. Yeah. The resources ain't needed in Chatham County no more. Yeah. And to answer your question, you said losing. We lost Chatham County a long time ago. I want that clear. We lost Savannah, Georgia a long time ago. Because my thing is this. Most houses, we were supposed to buy a house downtown Savannah. If we would have bought that house downtown Savannah in 2008 when I was supposed to buy it, I would have bought it at $75,000. That house right now just sold triple. That house just sold for $850,000. The same house. The reason why we didn't move into the house, and I blame my wife for it. She did this. She understands it's the truth. The reason why we didn't move in the house because it had one bathroom. And a woman don't want one bathroom.
Valid. That's valid.
No, that's not valid. Not valid when we talking about $800,000 difference.
Sharing a bathroom with a man is crazy.
But she has to share a bathroom with me anyway.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was a moot point.
But regardless to what you're saying, gentrification. Now watch this. You put 9 elected officials in Savannah, Georgia. You would think that you have seven African Americans up there. Man, we would have 30% minority participation. We would have a better welfare system going on in this community, better housing, everything in this community. Them niggas ain't doing nothing for us.
Exactly.
Because you know why? It's more beneficial because first off, they're all broke. And it's more beneficial for them financially speaking.
They bought
to sell Savannah away.
Exactly.
And then walk away from Savannah. They so damn stupid. They put term limits on themselves.
Yep.
So are you familiar with the state streets?
Oh yeah, I know about all. You talking about East Side?
Yeah. So they like the others are coming over there type shit. So it's the property there like getting crazy because they keep trying to buy my mom's house for I think like double or like double and a half for what it's worth, but she's not doing it. She said she want to wait.
What I encourage people to do is put your property in a trust, and what that does,
she did that.
What that does is that forces your child. She can't. The child of the parent can't sell a property. Now you can pull money against it, but you can't sell a property. And the reason why you want to put it into a trust is because we have the only way a politician, like he said, only way a politician is going to respect you is if you own shit.
Yeah, you got to be a landowner.
So do it make any difference if the house wasn't there and she got it built there, or did that don't make?
So when you say so you got two values. Like you got land value and you got house value.
Yeah, like
you got land value and house value.
Yeah, she bought like both of them. Well,
yeah, but when you buy
it,
if you bought the house, you bought it in trust together.
Well, the loan, I should say.
Correct.
Yeah.
You bought it together.
Yeah.
You can tear it down and rebuild your house if you wanted to. That's what you're saying?
I don't know that deep. I know she bought the lot and then got the house built.
She was still
what she did was she bought the lot and then she put more money on the mortgage on
get
the
the
mortgage
house
to build the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as
Which
far
is
as
the
the
same
trust thing, she would still have to deliberately do that.
That's
If
correct.
That's what you were trying to figure out.
Okay. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah,
Because
she
I
would
know
still have
some
to
houses
deliberately
just like
do it.
you know already be there, and then people just
Trust-
come and move out and move in and move out and move in.
No
But
one
that's
to
like
put
her
stuff
house.
in like trust and all of that. That's more of their language. Sadly, we haven't learned that yet.
Yes.
But that's the way that you secure everything.
That's how you.
That's how you
secure
that's how you
equity.
make literal
literal.
That's how you
equity.
secure
That's how you
equity.
have generational wealth for
Correct.
real.
I wonder
That's how
that way
you're able to
nobody
do
can
all of
touch
that
the
stuff.
shit.
Yeah,
No,
it doesn't
because,
matter.
Because the purpose of buying a house, for instance, I have a house. We bought we didn't buy it on foreclosure, but we bought right before the market. We bought it at $153,000. Right now, but I ain't said the real part yet.
Yeah.
It's right now valued at 313.
You said he got
I
it
bought it-
before.
I bought it
before
in
the market.
2021.
Oh, not that long ago.
Boy.
So COVID had pushed the market. COVID
Yeah.
was a part of the piece that pushed the
Man.
market
back.
up, right? So, and watch this. Not only that, my mortgage, my interest is 2.9. So I got a mortgage of 2.9. I got $160,000, and my wife,
I wish I could be that smart.
She originally wanted.
It can be. We just
Watch
gotta
this,
take
bro.
the time out.
She wanted a $300,000 house. So she wanted a $300,000 house, and I'll probably sit with no equity.
Yeah.
So now I sit with equity. You know why that's
So you
important
got
to
it
sit in equity? And I'm going back to your generation wealth, brother. The reason why that's important is, guess what, sis? I don't care how bad my credit score is. I go to the bank. I can borrow anywhere from $80,000 to $150,000 against my house.
I got
and,
assets.
and I can have a 400 on credit score. Why? Because of my asset I borrowed against it.
Yeah, the credit score don't really matter.
So it don't matter because you borrowing against yourself.
Financial
But we don't-
literacy.
But we don't teach.
No.
I better say
We don't
somebody
teach
need to
y'all
teach
that.
me that.
We don't teach all that. And so that's what
That's
when
See,
if
in
you
my
heard me
mind,
earlier.
I'd be like, I just want to rent, and you were just saying how young people want to rent.
That's it. But
But
why
I
you want
want
to
to rent because
I'm about to what you about to tell me. Watch what I say.
Well, what I'm about to tell you is like a me thing. Like I got like really bad like anxiety, and I don't like big spaces.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two,
I have a small house.
everything probably not small enough for me. Like apartment small.
1,600 square feet.
See, I need like 800 small. Like I
You got a
need.
tiny house?
They
Yeah.
do got tiny homes.
They do. Them
For,
shits
like,
be
For
hard.
like 20,
Yeah.
30.
But no,
Hey.
and for me, I just feel like
Let a bitch off.
I
Payment
feel like so my rent's like $13.89.
You ready?
Just let me finish.
Okay.
I don't have to pay for the grass to get cut. I don't gotta pay for my toilet to get
I told
fixed.
you
I don't
to go
gotta
take
pay for none of that shit. I got incentives, food trucks come through, got my fucking gym pool and everything. I don't gotta pay for none of that.
Sis, I pay $1,300 a month, just like you.
Okay.
And that $1,300 a month includes $200 for the HOA.
Mm-hmm.
And the
That
HOA,
For
guess
that
what?
road?
No.
Crazy.
What, you know what the
Call
HOA?
back.
Yeah.
You know what the HOA does? It does everything that I got in my apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah,
And
they'll
then-
have
and
the
it already
gyms,
incorporate-
they'll have people that come cut your
Wait,
yard.
but you stay in Savannah
You'll have-
Corners.
I do. But
But
I live in.
you can go to.
I live in the other side of it. I
Yeah.
live in the new development of Savannah Court. So I want to correct that. Self.
There's
So
Westbrook.
not like
And then
public.
I don't live in the public side. I live in
Westbrook is the.
Oh, see, I don't know that.
the Berkeley Way side.
Okay.
And watch this. They cut my grass every Tuesday. They clean the main strip that goes back. I call it Batman Road because it's a whole bunch of windy road that come to my house. They clean that shit up every Tuesday. We have a swimming pool that's right across the street from where I live at. And it's just like living in an apartment.
So if that hurricane would have affected your house,
But guess what?
somebody paying for that?
No, yes.
have
You know why?
insurance.
Because I got home.
No, but I'm saying though, because
But you're
so when
supposed
I
to
was
have-
at work, this dude was
I have
he do
homeowners
he do the roofs and shit. I guess maybe this person didn't have that.
Well, to answer
And
your
they
question,
had
on my roof, I live in a condo. So if you're a townhouse condo, so it's 5 houses in a row.
Oh, okay.
So guess what? Every 10, 15 years, they replace the roof
Yeah.
as part of the HOA fee.
Let me explain. 'Cause I used to sell insurance, so I know what you're saying.
Okay.
Whenever a named storm comes through on your homeowner's policy,
Uh-huh.
there's a 2 to 5%. It's called a named storm deductible.
Uh-huh.
That 2 to 5% is
Sound like the State Farm man.
right.
Boy, he
But
on
no,
it.
niggas need to hear this. They
got real
don't, they don't
serious.
tell you this shit. That
He
2 to
got
5% is percentage based on the value of your home. So
Correct.
if your home's like $100,000, you have to pay 3% of that for them to do the work. So you have to have 3,000 or 2,000 or 5,000, whatever that percentage is, to get the work done on your house. But if you're just coming off a hurricane, you had to replace all the shit in your house, all the economy fucked up. It's like, damn. Then they're like, okay, we'll just pay somebody to get the roofing done.
Yeah, that's what. Well, my parents they had insurance or something, but they had to pay like a deductible or something like that because a tree fell on the house. But it didn't go like it didn't pierce through or anything. It just kind of messed up.
I wish people like y'all. It's 5 of y'all. Y'all seem like y'all pretty connected to each other. Mm-hmm. It don't cost a lot. As a matter of fact, I had an opportunity, and I didn't do it, and I should have did it. I had an opportunity in Liberty County. They wanted $135,000 for the land. All you need is 20%. So if you came up with 20%, you put 20% on the land. The everything as far as paying the mortgage or whatever you want to call it, you can get that through the trees, cutting the trees down, or you can split it 5 ways.
Selling the wood. Yeah.
Selling the wood, split 5 ways. But this is the piece that I want to share with y'all and why you need to invest in rural Georgia. If I would have did that, because I missed it by 3 days. If I would have did that, the guy who got the property at $135,000, what he did, it was 26 acres of land. What he did on that 26 acres of land. I ain't finished yet.
For $130,000?
Because you're in rural Georgia.
That's fucking crazy.
You're in rural Georgia. Watch this.
Just wait till I get some money.
$2,200 for rent.
Let me finish now. Let me finish now. He's putting 20 houses at $250,000 a house on that. You do the math.
That man making that money on.
You do the math.
It's crazy.
You do the math. And he borrowed money against the house, the land value, because he got 136. He borrowed money against the house to fund the building of the house.
Let me just break this down. So he paid the 20%.
That 4.5.
He paid
the 20%.
He paid the 20%.
That's what I was telling you.
And then borrowed against.
Against the loan that he got to fund the rest of everything that he built.
Guess what? He don't own no more.
When you was talking about businesses, small businesses not succeeding or something like that, they're just not doing what the fuck they're supposed to do. That nigga did what the fuck he was supposed to do.
It's called reinvesting and using other people's money.
He didn't try to fight the economy in Savannah. That's the key point I'm trying to make.
He went where it would work.
You go where your worth is valued.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, young people, they looking for young people in those areas.
And we just
Wayne County is a good one.
Work tell me about this all the time.
Wayne County is a good one.
Move out to the country. We need to move out to the country. Move out to the country.
But see, but the thing is, we don't want to deal with that boring time period.
Now you better say it's boring.
Let me tell you something.
I don't care about
Take 5 years of your life, live out in the country, take your wealth, build your wealth, and come back. Don't sell it.
Don't sell it.
Residual off of it. And then come back to Savannah and buy that $1 million house.
I'm going to tell y'all now, man. I live out in unincorporated Chatham County. We got 10 acres.
Here's another thing.
We got 10 acres, bro. There's so much land out there still, but this is just an example. I'm out by Bloomingdale.
Oh, Bloomingdale. Yeah.
They done somebody already done ran it up. They did the new Hampstead. Yeah, it's over with. The new Hampstead coming in over there. So they about to. But I saw it happen. So what you saying? Like we went out there, cut the trees down, sold them off, and or this is the cold shit. Because when he said that, I'm like, bro, I'm about to get an advance. So I'm about to do this shit with the record deal advance. Like they. But
please do, because
the thing is,
document how that works for you.
Whenever you get the land, you got the trees, a company will pay you to cut the trees. We cut them, and there was like we charged them extra
and give you a check for cutting the trees.
That Publix area down there, all that was fucking trees.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All it was. I remember
nigga,
like,
everything.
It's worse now though. If you ain't been there lately, it's worse now.
I know I've been there. When I went down there, I'm like,
Quaco Road is ridiculous,
find my
bro.
apartments. I'm like, I don't know where
I mean, nigga, I'm like, bruh, when 4:30 hit, I gotta get from around here. I cannot.
Oh my god,
bruh.
4:30 to 8 p.m. and it's not okay.
Like 3:30, it's like, oh, it's getting busy. 4:30, shit is stopped. Niggas is about to get shot in traffic.
And going in town, if you do not leave before 6:40,
you're
stuck.
You done.
Imagine being on Jimmy DeLoach.
Oh yeah.
Just trying to get down Jimmy DeLoach.
I don't even go near Jimmy DeLoach.
And not live off of that. So just imagine.
Yeah, you done so.
So
imagine somebody bump into somebody.
Back to the matriculation of gentrification.
8 cars.
I'm gonna say it again. We have already lost Savannah, Georgia.
Yes, to SCAD.
I encourage people. People get mad at me for what I say, but I encourage you to move to Port Wentworth, Garden City.
I don't encourage you to move to Port Wentworth
or anywhere else.
You getting pulled over immediately.
Hold on.
And Port Wentworth is not as bad as it used to be.
No,
I can guarantee that.
I used to live there.
I grew up in Port Wentworth.
You know, because it's 35, 45, 55, 45, 35. The speed limit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You in a 35, you in a 55, and like literally what, fucking 2 miles?
Understood.
That's for the people driving through.
Immediately.
But it's not as bad as it used to be. And it's getting better because your elected officials are changing.
As far as the police?
Yeah.
The elected officials control police.
The police for sure.
You got a new police chief there last 2 years. So in 2 or 3 more years, that whole trend and that mentality is going to be away.
But Port Wentworth got a lot blacker. Port Wentworth got so
hell of a
black.
lot blacker.
Hold on. I need y'all to understand. Port Wentworth got so black, they were about to dissolve the city.
Yeah, correct.
They was like, no, it's too, like city council.
City council? That Rice Hope area?
No,
that's
everything.
Right that was supposed to be Newport Network.
Yeah, Newport.
And then old Port Wentworth was downtown, the Highway 80 area.
Like where the gym.
Other way.
Yes.
I grew up in Old Port Wentworth.
Rankin, what is that? Other way.
That's
Rankin
Newport.
Is Effingham.
That's towards Newport.
That's a whole nother county.
Yeah,
that's
heading towards Rankin is
Creek,
Newport.
Rice Hope.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all Newport.
That's where I stayed at. Right
Yeah, I stayed at Old Port Wentworth. Yeah, where it was like, and they was on that time you talking about. But then city council got super black, and they was like, we not doing this. Let's dissolve.
And what they did with downtown,
everybody got a mic.
That downtown area. What they did with that downtown area is they're getting ready to. They got a downtown plan for that area where they getting ready to redo that whole area.
They was talking about bringing the hockey team out there.
The hockey team's already coming out there.
Okay, yep.
They're going out there to Marquee. They got a lot of land out there.
Ghost Pirates.
Ghost Pirates, yeah.
Yeah.
So all that stuff is happening.
Yep.
The change is happening. But as far as gentrification is concerned, the people, that somebody got static. As far as the people concerned,
it's off.
The people are moving from Savannah into these rural parts that you spoke of. So that's where the gentrification is going, brother.
Facts.
But if I can say it once again, I encourage y'all, start looking at Wayne County, Ware County, McIntosh County, Glenn County, all these rural counties, probably 50 miles outside of Metro Savannah, or Metro Savannah, which is considered Metro Savannah. Look at these counties, even Effingham County to a degree. Mm-hmm. Now, with Effingham County, you're going to deal with some racist stuff.
No, if I go Effingham, I'm going to get what I like to call a white avatar. Okay? That's going to be a nice, pleasant, white face, a white person to go in there and do my business for me.
Yeah, and they got them. But that's what I would encourage y'all to do.
To misunderstand people. No, it's meant to confuse
Did I answer your question, brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Dan, it has been an amazing
I can't hear you.
conversation.
It has been an amazing conversation, man. It has been really super dope, man. We have been at it for 2.5 hours.
I said I was just going to pop in.
Yeah, man. It has been an amazing, robust conversation.
Right.
I want to thank
I was just going to start
our guest. Oh, my God. Thank you so much to our guest, Jay Jones. Man, it has been a robust conversation. Amazing what's going on. Just to go over, man, it's looking kind of tight as far as the popular vote. Yeah, as far as popular numbers, but as far as the states confirming, it looks a little bit more lopsided than it is. But thank you to everybody who voted. Thank you for everybody who tuned in, man. If you're watching this on the flip side, please like, share, subscribe to everything you heard. This is Clicked Up the podcast. CLIQU''DUP. Thank you to all my co-stars in the building, man. I get to be your co-star, yo. It is dope. It is fun as ever, man. We are gonna get out of here, and we're gonna have the rest of our nights. People got to go to work to take care of kids and all that kind of cool stuff like that. There. Thank you.
I might be on the plane tomorrow if this thing don't go right.
Hey, talk about it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you guys for having us. It has been an amazing show. You guys out there in podcast land, man, y'all take care of yourself. Good night.